Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeye's new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Welcome in, Lemurs fans, again, as we continue on with the pregame show. Apparently we're having some sound issues, so it's all sorted out here, but we got it. Warren just gave you the scoreboard update. A couple doubleheaders, or 3 doubleheaders today in the league, as there are 2 rainouts last night. St. Paul actually having to make up a game with Winnipeg from July 20th. Warren just got done talking about that, so big chance for the Lemurs here as they can gain game and a half today and a game and a half tomorrow after already gaining a game or half a game yesterday. So big chance for the Lemurs here in the wild card standings as they chase the Winnipeg Gold Eyes as they play in a span of 2 days. They'll play 4 games against a team with the best record in the league, St. Paul. So big chance for the Lemurs coming up. Take a look at your starting lineups here for this ball game as the Lemurs take on the visiting Texas AirHogs, as the Lemurs will be each team will be sending a right-hander out in the mound. Lemurs send Jose Navar. Navar this season has been pretty good for the Lemurs. Start out the year, the bullpen was moved to the rotation. Now is 3-2 with a 2.86 overall, making his 5th start of the year here tonight. Hebner is 5-8 for Texas with a 6.03 ERA. He's made 17 starts this year for the AirHogs. First, their starting lineups for the visiting team, the AirHogs, will be led off by Juan Sanchez at shortstop. Playing third base, batting second is Corey Morales. Michael Herr is back in the lineup tonight. He's the DH for Texas. Devin Rodriguez bats in the cleanup spot at first base. Batting fifth at second base is Brian Bistain. Nick Akins is in left field, batting sixth. Batting seventh in right field is Cody Lenahan. In the 8th spot, behind the plate catching is Michael Miller, and Kenny's Peoples-Walls bats 9th and is in center field. Again, that's Sanchez, Morales, Herr, Rodriguez, Bistain, Akins, Lenahan, Miller, and Peoples-Walls. For the Lemurs, they'll be led off by Abel Nieves playing third base. Dennis Phipps again bats second in right field. Ty Morrison's back in the 3 spot as the designated hitter tonight. Burt Reynolds bats cleanup in left field. The 5th batter behind the plate catching is Zane Chavez. Jesus Pozo is over at first base, batting 6th. Batting 7th, J.D. Pulver. He's at second base. In the 8th spot, it's Alvaro Rondon. He is playing shortstop. And batting 9th is center fielder Brennan Metzger, the hero of last night's game. Again, on the hill for the Lemurs, it's Jose Navar against Cody Hebner. Lemurs line up once more. Nieves, Phipps, Morrison, Reynolds, Chavez, Pozo, Pulver, Rondon, and Metzger. The umpires for tonight's game, as they are walking down here from the clubhouse, are Matt Herrera behind home plate, Mike Mazza at third base, and Nick McFarland over at first base tonight for the umpires. We'll come back here in a few moments, and we'll take a look at your starting pitching matchup a little more in depth as we prepare for first pitch here between the Lemurs and the AirHogs.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this It's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Welcome back, Lemurs fans. Take a look at those starting pitching matchup. First for your Lemurs, as they'll be throwing Jose Navarre on the mound here tonight against Cody Hebner for the Texas AirHogs. Navarre this season, I mentioned he's 3-2 with a 2.86 ERA, 30 appearances, 4 of those starts. This just his 5th start of the year and his 5th start of his pro career, as Navarre last time out gave up 2 runs against Kansas City on August 11th, 5 days ago. He threw 5 innings, gave up 9 hits to score those 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 3 against Kansas City. And his best start, well, he's had a couple of really good starts, or pretty solid starts, put it that way. Sioux Falls, he threw 5 2/3, gave up 2 runs, but both were unearned. He did walk 5 and allowed 7 hits, but he struck out 4. Against Gary, his first start of his pro career, he allowed just a solo home run over 5 innings, walked 3, gave up 4 hits, and struck out 6. So we'll see what we get out of Navarre tonight here against the Texas AirHogs. It'll be the first time he's faced them as a starting pitcher this season. He has gone against them out of the bullpen this year. On the mound for the AirHogs, they'll be throwing Cody Hebner, a right-hander. Hebner, his last start, well, that came against Joplin. And he threw 6 innings, gave up 2 runs over those 6 innings, got a win. In fact, he's been really good as of late, despite his 5-8 record and a 6.03 ERA. His last 2 starts, he's given up just 2 runs in each, going 6 and 7 innings respectively against Joplin and Sioux Falls. He walked 1 batter his last time out, 2 batters the time before that, with 3 strikeouts and 5 strikeouts respectively in those games. So Hebner's on a little bit of a hot streak right now as the Lemurs go up against him. The last time the Lemurs faced him this season, that was back on July 10th. He threw 5 innings. The Lemurs scored 5 runs, but only 2 were earned. That was over in Amarillo, as there were 7 hits in that game for the Lemurs in those 5 innings. Hebner did take the loss. The first of 3 straight losses for Hebner, as he ran into some trouble there mid-season, giving up some runs there against Sioux City and Wichita as well, struggling there in that game. So Lemurs will hope to get to him again here tonight, as they won last night by a score of 8-3 in Game 1. A win here would guarantee them the series win. Lemurs are taking the field right now as we get ready for the national anthem here in Laredo in a few moments.
Oh, say, can you see by the
Jose Navarre warming up on the mound for the Lemurs. The big right-hander, 6'4", 270, out there on the hill for Laredo. The hard-throwing right-hander as well as a reliever. He throws upwards of 100 miles an hour, and as a starter, he touches around 95, 96 when he makes his start. So Navarre out there on the hill. We'll see how hard he throws tonight, although radar gun has been working the last couple of nights, so that could be interesting here tonight. Around the diamond defensively, you have behind the plate Zane Chavez catching for the Lemurs. At third base, Abel Nieves. At short is Alvaro Rondon. Second base, J.D. Pulfer. And at first, Jesus Pozo. The outfield, left to right. Out in left field is Burt Reynolds. In center field, Brennan Metzger. And in right field is Dennis Phipps. So, Lemurs, this is the new normal. But they will, as far as new normal when it comes to defensive alignment, having made a few changes here recently, acquiring Reynolds, picking up Metzger, activating Nieves, but still a pretty similar defensive alignment with the core players out there on the field for the Lemurs. First three batters for the AirHogs tonight be Juan Sanchez, Corey Morales, and Michael Herr, the shortstop, third baseman, and DH for the AirHogs tonight. Looks like Navarre's about done with his warm-up tosses out there on the mound, and he's ready to go to work here against the Texas AirHogs. Sanchez digging into the box. There is still cloud cover in the area. Wind right now blowing in from right center. Sanchez, the shortstop, leading off for the AirHogs. Navarre figuring it out there on the mound as he digs around in front of the rubber. Now he kicks and fires. First pitch of the ball game, a fastball for a called strike. 0-1 at 7:11 p.m. So despite all the rain, you should have seen it was pouring earlier today. And they did get the tarp on, though, just in time. Field got a little wet. 0-1 pitch taken down and away, and the count 1-1. But we got rain for a couple straight days while we were gone on the road trip right before we got home, as well as some rain yesterday morning. The ground crew had to work hard yesterday to get the field in playing condition, and today about the same. 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen. The count 1-2 to Sanchez. Sanchez this season for the AirHogs is hitting .257. He has 8 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Navarre, the righty, versus Sanchez, the righty. Lemurs will be throwing all righties in this series, whereas the AirHogs go lefty, righty, lefty. Lemurs did beat the lefty last night, although it was not the lefty who got the loss. That was Griffin Russell. The loss went to Tyler Harris. 1-2 pitch. Sanchez takes, moved the bat a bit, didn't go through the zone, no appeal, and the count evens up 2-2. Sanchez in yesterday's ball game was 1 for 5 in the game. In fact, the only AirHog who came to the plate 5 times last night, as he made the last out of the game there in the 9th inning, a fly out to left. He did double in a couple of runs in the 5th inning with his one hit. Pitch fouled away, and the count's still 2-2. So his one hit was a very productive one, a 2-run double there in the 5th inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count to Sanchez. As Navarre comes set, Sanchez back in the box, and the 2-2 pitch swung on again, fouled back to the screen. Sanchez continuing to foul away. Pitch after pitch this at bat. Third pitch he's fouled off. Lemurs with the win yesterday, now 44-37 on the year. And this is a big opportunity this week, these next few days, a big chance for the Lemurs going forward in their quest to make the playoffs. Pitch outside, and then a chance to defend their title they won last season. Warren had touched on a little bit, found out some more information. Warren, they had the Saints, and who have the best record in the league, and the Goldeyes, who the Lemurs are chasing right now in the wild card. You're telling me they play 5 games over the next 3 days against each other? 3-2 pitch to Sanchez, swung on, hit in the air, down the line to left. Tracking it is Reynolds, and that ball will get out of here. A solo home run to lead off the ball game on a 3-2 pitch, and this game starting off very similarly to yesterday's game where Leon Bird hit a home run. Hit a home run in the first inning as he was at the plate batting in the 2 spot. So tonight the leadoff hitter hits a home run. Last night it was the 2-hole hitter, and it's 1-0 quickly. And Corey Morales to the plate. Morales hitting .247, 2 homers and 8 runs batted in. But back as he fouls off the first pitch, back to what I was saying, trying to bring Warren in on this conversation here. 5 games over the next 3 days, is that right?
That is correct. So they play a makeup game they're playing a makeup game right now from July 20th,
Pitch swung on and lifted into shallow left. It'll fall for a hit. Back-to-back hits, a home run and a single.
this is from July 20th, suspended game in the second inning. The Saints are actually up 9-3. They were up 3-0 at the start of that. Actually 9-4 in the 8th. So last night's game was rained out. So that game is scheduled for tomorrow. They have to play their scheduled game tonight, which will be 7 innings. So tomorrow they'll play a doubleheader so that's 4 games tonight, and then the series finale Thursday at 11 a.m. So 5 games within a span of 54 hours pretty much. It's a lot of baseball. It's
a lot of baseball, and hopefully the team with the best record in the league, St. Paul Saints, can come out on top in at least a few of them. First pitch to Michael Hurst, called strike 0-1.
I was going to say, if the Lemurs could win tonight and the Goldeyes would lose both games, they'd pick up a game and a half in the standings. Same thing happened tomorrow. They'd pick another game up. So that'd be 3 games total. They're 3.5 back.
0-1 pitch. Hurst swings, lifts one up in the air. Right side, shallow right field towards the line. Running over there is Pulfer. He won't get there, but it's in foul territory as he gingerly comes to a stop out there, having to watch himself as there's a puddle and some soft dirt, I'm sure, soft grass. You could see him kind of almost slip. He just kind of hopped around softly trying to place his feet and not falling on the ground. But yeah, big chance if the Lemurs can win tonight, win tomorrow, it's not out of the question as the Lemurs are 13-1 coming into today against the AirHogs. The trend continues.
There's a scenario where there could be tied going into Friday in the wild card standings. If Winnipeg loses these 5 games and the Lemurs win all 3, they would be tied because the Lemurs don't play Thursday, and the Goldeyes would be a half game up on Thursday, and their loss would pull them even with Laredo.
0-2 pitch swung on and fouled away, and there's a good chance. I wouldn't say they're going to lose 5, but
no.
I think what we can hope for is 3. I think that's a realistic hope, and 3 losses in there coupled with Lemurs' 3 wins. It's a 3-game overall gain, I think, and that would put us only a game out of the standings because they didn't play yesterday. So 0-2 pitch taken low.
Well, and we were mentioning last night on the broadcast how the Goldeyes only played 78 games, and the Lemurs tonight, this will be game number 82. So coming into tonight, they had a 3-game. They played 3 more games than the Goldeyes. That pretty much gets wiped away by about Friday.
So we'll be right there back on track, game for game, pound for pound, with the Winnipeg Goldeyes. 1-2 the count to her. He'll take low, ball 2. So definitely some interesting baseball. Keep tuned in here as we give you scoreboard updates throughout the ball game. We'll usually do them in the 4th and 7th inning. We might give you some St. Paul Winnipeg updates a little more frequently. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Michael Herr. Navarre kicks in the 2-2, taken in the dirt. And the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Herr. So Navarre having to work a little bit here. A leadoff home run by Juan Sanchez on a 3-2 pitch. Corey Morales singled on the second pitch. And now a full count to Herr here in the first inning. Navarre getting the sign from the catcher Chavez. Looks over at first as he comes to a set. And the payoff pitch, runner at first moving, swung on, popped up. Again, same spot down that right field line. It'll also get foul. Hitting off the wall a little bit further than the other one, but still same general area. And the count stays full. Navarre waiting for everyone to get back into position here. Navarre peering in. Chavez looking down towards the dugout now, relaying some signals to Navarre. 3 balls, 2 strikes, count full. Over at first is Morales. He's again moving on the pitch. It's a called strike 3. Throw down to second is in time. A great throw. It beat Morales by about 15 feet. And he is gunned down, strike him out, throw him out. And all of a sudden, just like that, there's 2 outs in the inning. Pitch was on the outside corner. I don't think Herr liked the call. That throw took 1 hop on the grass, and then it was a nice bounce to Rondon. As they show the replay here, you can see it got in there and out by a mile. In fact, Morales never even touched second base. He slid in, came to a stop before the bag. Devin Rodriguez, the cleanup hitter, to the plate with 2 outs, no one on. Rodriguez, 298 hitter with 5 homers and 39 runs batted in, is going to take the first pitch low, ball 1. And this is while the Lemurs do trail by a significant amount in the wild card coming into tonight, 3.5 games, they have a good opportunity with their schedule versus the Winnipeg schedule, pitch high. Winnipeg plays a lot of games against St. Paul, a lot of games against Sioux City, who currently leads the Central, as they're in a battle. So Sioux City's coming out every game, firing on all cylinders, trying to get into the playoffs. And Fargo as well. Pretty good team. They play a bunch of games against Fargo. Pitch fouled away and the count 2-1. Whereas the Lemurs play the bottom-dwelling teams in the league right now. 3 of the 4 worst records in the league are who the Lemurs square off against the rest of the season. So favorable schedule for Laredo.
You could say even Fargo is an outside shot at the wild card. They've won 3 in a row, and they're only 6.5 back of the wild card.
It would take a lot for them to get in, but yes, 2-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded left side towards Nieves as he plays almost a shortstop position there at third, and that'll end the inning. 5-3 put out a leadoff solo home run for the AirHogs here in the first. Have them on the board 1-0 as they lead the Lemurs. Abel Nieves leads off the inning for the Lemurs. Nieves just activated the other day off the inactive list. Getting the start today at third base. He did as well yesterday and the day before. Third game back since rejoining the team off the inactive list. He had been kind of, while he was inactive, was traveling with the team, fulfilling a coach's role of sorts. Pitch up high, ball 1 to Nieves. A role I think he enjoyed, and I know he was helping out a lot of the younger guys on the team. 281 hitter this season with 1 home run and 12 runs batted in for Nieves. He'll swing and foul one back in the glove, and the count 1-1. So he comes in. He's already played 51 games this season, so he played 49 games before going on the inactive list. If he plays the next 19, he'll finish with, 70 games. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. Nieves, though, has been playing pretty well as he's gotten hits in each of his games that he's played in so far since rejoining the team. Pitch swung on and lifted into center field. Little looper, and that's a leadoff single for Nieves. He does it again. Starts off the inning with a single. And while you like to have a leadoff hitter who's got some speed, Nieves not very fast. He gets on base, though. And that's what you ultimately want in a leadoff guy. Is a guy who gets on, sets the table, and Nieves certainly can do that by getting on base.
He's got a team high on base percentage at .384, and a lot of those are just singles, but he also draws a ton of walks. Even missing a month, he's second on the team in walks.
Dennis Phipps swings in the first pitch and misses. Phipps batting .273 with 16 homers and 49 runs batted in. Yeah, he does walk a lot, does Nieves, as he gets his lead at first. Phipps at the plate. Hebner on the mound for the AirHogs. Fires away. Pitch fouled off. Hebner on the hill behind the plate. It's Michael Miller around the infield. You have Corey Morales at third, Juan Sanchez at short, Brian Bastain at second, and Devin Rodriguez at first. The outfield, Nick Akins in left, Kenny Peoples-Walls in center, and Cody Lenahan in right field. So Nieves definitely a welcome sight back in the Lemurs lineup, as with that single, he's now hit in 3 straight games. Pitch fouled away. And count still 0-2 to Phipps. And he has an on-base streak of 5 games. That goes back to his time before he was inactivated. So he gets on base, and that's what you need. Lemurs have been needing a lot here. He also wears down pitchers, usually has some pretty lengthy at-bats. 0-2 pitch, Phipps takes up and away. Phipps, who yesterday was taken out of the game, and everyone missed it. No one really caught this, but he was actually ejected last night. So that's why he was taken out of the game. There was no injury or anything. He got struck out looking, and apparently on his way back to the dugout, talked a little too much. Pitch up and in nearly got him in the head, and the count evens up 2-2. And he got tossed, and talked to him after. He said it was the first time he'd ever been tossed in a baseball game. Take it for what it's worth. I honestly believe him, because Phipps not a guy who really talks much with the umpires. 2-2 pitch. Swings, grounds one down towards third. It's picked up by Morales. He throws the second for one over to first. It is in time to get Phipps. Bang, bang play. And it's a 5-4-3 double play. But Phipps, he'll give a look, but he's usually pretty polite with the umpires. Now, with opposing teams, he'll let a pitcher know what he's thinking from time to time. But he's usually pretty respectful with the umpires, so not surprising that he's never been tossed before. Ty Morrison to the plate, batting in the 3 spot. Takes the first pitch, ball 1-0. So 2 outs, no one on. Morrison hitting .282, 4 homers, and 36 runs batted in this season for the left-handed hitting outfielder / DH for the Lemurs. 1-0 pitch. Mo's going to take a strike in the count, 1-1. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the AirHogs. The Texas got a leadoff home run to start off the ball game from Juan Sanchez. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Morrison takes in the dirt. 2-1 now the count. So very, very similar to last night's ball game, where the Lemurs, or where the AirHogs against the Lemurs got a solo home run. It was the second batter of the game. 2-1 pitch. Morrison takes up high. 3-1 now the count. One thing I noted, talking with Warren before the game, this AirHogs team, they're a fastball hitting team. And Navarre, Lemur starter, likes to throw a lot of fastballs. It's his best pitch. 3-1, taken low. Ball 4. Morrison walks, second base runner of the inning for the Lemurs.
I think he saw that with Sanchez leading off. Took him to the second pitch of the game, I think. Or
it was a full count after fouling off a few pitches.
Full count, but still got a fastball hitter's count or fastball count there. I don't think Navarre's going to challenge with the off-speed pitch. So I imagine a lot of 3-1 counts they'll be swinging, maybe even some 3-0s with the fastball getting me over tonight.
Burt Reynolds to the plate. He swings and hits one in the air to left field, down the corner, deep into left, and it'll be foul. Out of play. Oh, he caught it. Wow, over in the corner. They called him out. I can't see the corner. I'm trying to watch the video. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it looked like on the video that he reached over the railing of the bullpen to make the catch, and we'll see if we can ask for a replay.
Nick Aikens out there.
We'll ask the guys in the video room if we can get a replay coming out of the break if that's what you guys would like.
Yeah, well, I couldn't hardly tell, but he caught the ball out there in left field. That ends the inning. Lemurs strand a runner at first base. We go to the top of the second. Laredo trailing 1-0 to Texas.
Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Well, Warren went over next door between the break. They couldn't get it for us up here on the stream, but saw a replay of it. And he said that they did catch it there leaning over the side of the bullpen. So a great play by Nick Aikens to end the inning for the Lemurs at the plate. Nick Aikens, outfielder, left fielder for the AirHogs. Getting the start in the outfield, he normally is their DH. First pitch to Brian Bistain, taken up and in for a ball 1-0. Bistain leading off the inning for the AirHogs here in the second. Second baseman batting 297 with 8 homers, 29 runs batted in, 1-0 pitch. Bistain with a swing and a miss late in the fastball. And the count 1-1. Navarre, one of the 7 All-Stars selected selected to play in the All-Star game here this season. Pitch fouled away, 1-2 in the American Association. Made the trip up there to St. Paul. Some All-Stars who were selected decided to not actually partake in the game, or were not healthy enough to, or they just had family in town or wanted a day off. Happens a lot in other leagues and other sports as well. People deciding they don't want to partake in the All-Star game, but Navarre did. He was one of the ones that was selected and chose to partake, and there's a called strike 3. Bistain goes down looking. First out of the inning.
The MLS, Major League Soccer, actually implemented a rule for their All-Star game. If you don't play in it and you're selected, unless it's an injury, you're suspended for the next game with your club. So you're actually hurting your club if you don't go to the All-Star game, when you could get hurt more. But they usually would play you for a half in that. So that's interesting.
I don't know much about soccer. Pitch called a strike. So for MLS All-Star games, I know soccer games are very long. You're running the whole time.
Well,
do they bring a lot of players and they change substitution rules,
no,
or do they still do the same sub rules, or you only use 3 subs?
Well, they change the substitution rules, but it's not like East versus West. It's
the 0-1 pitch A check swing. It's called on by the umpire, Matt Herrera.
They'll
count 0-2 to Aikens.
They'll play clubs from like Europe. So like this year was Arsenal, last year was Tottenham. Both teams from England. They've played Barcelona before. So like Bayern Munich they've played before. So teams like making their preseason tour, they'll play and they'll take like 20 guys.
The 0-2 pitch to Nick Aikens is hit in the air to left field towards the corner, and that ball will get out of play. It's foul down the left field line. That one did actually get out of play. I thought Reynolds might do to Aikens what Aikens did to Reynolds there, but not quite the case. Other sports, especially NFL, a lot of guys bail on that, and that's after the season, it used to be after the Super Bowl. Now it's the week before the Super Bowl. So unless you're on one of those two teams, and then you have a reason to not play because you play the next week in the biggest game of your life.
Yeah, and then the teams usually, if you play in the conference finals games, the championship game for the conference, usually those guys.
Yeah, they bail out on it too.
They're going to bail on it.
So, yeah, a lot of guys don't go to the NFL Pro Bowl, although they're changing locations.
Yeah, it's in Miami now. Now you could say the Lemurs have 8, though, with the addition of Burt Reynolds.
0-2 pitch, Aikens fouls one away. Yes, they do. Traded for an all-star in Reynolds. Big acquisition. Reynolds out there in left field today. Still 0-2 count to Aikens. 5 homers, 13 runs batted in, a .233 average this season. He'll swing a miss, chasing one in the dirt. Gloved by Chavez. Outmade. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Navarre, 2nd of the inning. And there's 2 outs, bringing Cody Lenahan to the plate. Lenahan batting .255, 9 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Lefty hitter versus righty pitcher as Navarre from the stretch kicks and delivers. Pitch outside, 1-0. Navarre, a gunslinger of sorts, out there on the mound. And I discovered Matt Herrera behind the plate, calling balls and strikes tonight. 1-0 the count. He has a pretty good arm when he throws it back to the pitcher. And the 1-0, Lenahan goes to bunt, goes foul on the count 1-1. I discovered why he has such a good arm behind the plate, as he played college baseball at one of the Houston affiliate schools, a small school, but he was a catcher as well. So that would explain why he has his throw from behind the plate to the pitcher's mound down pat. 1-1 the count to Cody Lenahan, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt. Lenahan chasing it, and the count 1-2. Lemurs trailing 1-0. AirHogs with 2 hits in the game. Those are the first 2 batters of the game. Sanchez with a home run, Morales with a single. Since then, though, it's been 4 straight retired, 3 of those being strikeouts. Navarre's always an exciting person to watch pitch in general, but his starts, he had one start where 8 of the first 9 outs that were made by him. One was a line drive back to him, another a grounder, and then he had 6 strikeouts. 1-2 the count to Lenahan, and the pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen. And if ever the Lemurs had a showman of sorts on the mound, Navarre would fit the bill as their leading showman. He gets real animated after strikeouts, gets excited, kind of storms into the dugout after a big out. 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen. Count still 1-2.
Vuvuzela ain't in the house tonight, but there's this high-pitched whistle that is here, and I might need to go find them and tell them to stop, because that is annoying. I could get behind the Vuvuzela, but this high pitch, I don't know if you heard it, James, the past 2 pitches, it is annoying.
1-2 the count. Well, you would have hated Kansas City on Sunday. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Lenahan. Swings, grounds one right side towards the hole. Poso backhands. He's going to underhand high to Navarre. It tips off of Navarre's glove and goes wild. Reaching will be Lenahan. It'll be ruled an error. Pretty routine flip. I mean, Navarre, if you put on the money, he beats Lenahan to the bag by a solid 5 feet. So runner on first on the flip. But Sunday in Kansas City, Warren, let me tell you, there was a person, you can go back and watch on YouTube, and you can hear him, I'm sure, fan right below us up there in the press box, who had his little, pinkies in the mouth whistle or high-pitched. It was loud. First pitch to Michael Miller, called strikeout on. It's nothing. I don't even hear this hardly because of how used to it I was. And then, but get this, I could hear his conversations. That's how close he was to me, or how loud he was. I could hear his conversations, and he was teaching, I assume, a child with him how to do it as well. So, and then I could hear him go, "Okay, we're gonna do it here in a minute," and they do it together, and it was terrible. My ears were bleeding almost. 0-1 the count to Miller, batting .236, 6 homers, and 25 runs batted in. The pitch swung on and fouled away, and the count now 0-2.
This is kind of annoying. I can hear it, but also the sun peeked through for a second. There are some shadows on there, but other than
sun poking through. The skies have lightened at least. The lights are on in the ballpark too, so you have that effect. But it has gotten, the natural light has increased here at Uni-Trade Stadium.
You can see the rain in the hills from our spot.
It's all around Laredo, just not in Laredo, or at least not at the ballpark.
Not in the bowl. It's the bowl Laredo sits in.
0-2 pitch taken in the dirt. Runner moving, a late move by Lenahan to throw to second, and they're going to call Lenahan safe. Lenahan got a late break. Either that or he's just really slow, but caught Chavez by surprise as the pitch was in the dirt, and he still had a chance after realizing late that Lenahan was going. I thought they still might have had him. And the count 1-2 after the stolen bag. Lenahan getting a lead, a deep lead. He's backing up off of second base and then getting his lead. It's not incredibly uncommon. Now creeps forward and over. 1-2 pitch taken just low. The count evens up 2-2. Evens up. Lemurs playing Miller to slightly pull as Pulfer more at a double play depth for second base. Poso off the line. Playing deep at short is Rondon, but it's not as extreme as what we have seen this season. There's a swing and a little looping liner right at Rondon. He comes in a couple steps, makes the play, inning over. As Lenahan reaches via the air, they strand a runner at second base. So we go to the bottom of the second. Lemurs trail the AirHogs 1-0.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's gotta be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Zane Chavez leads off the inning for the Lemurs. He'll be followed by Jesus Pozo and J.D. Pulfer for Laredo here in the second inning, bottom of the second. Lemurs trailing 1-0. Still that lone home run to lead off the ball game by Juan Sanchez. So far still standing. As Chavez digging in, left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitching Cody Hebner. Chavez this season batting 268 with 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. The pitch, Chavez takes a called strike 0-1. Chavez, as we noted yesterday, in the last couple of years, has hit better against lefties than he has righties. Tonight a righty on the hill in Hebner. Still hits righties pretty well though. Takes his time digging back in as he was giving a long look to Michael Miller, the catcher. The 0-1 pitch. Chavez swings and misses. Count 0-2. Chavez, though, just a pretty good hitter in general. Definitely can't complain when you have him behind the plate for you. As far as a hitter goes, 0-2 pitch, low. And the count 1-2, and does a fantastic job there behind the plate catching. One of the better defensive catchers in the league. I'd put him up there. I'd take him about over anyone else in the league. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one away. After seeing him now for the better part of 2 years. One out in the inning. Jesus Pozo to the plate. Pozo hitting 276, 8 homers, 38 runs batted in. Pozo last night had himself a pretty big night. He had 3 hits in the game. He was batting in a 3 spot for the Lemurs. He was 3 for 4 with a walk. He had a double, 2 singles, an RBI, scored a run. He takes a called strike there. So big night yesterday for Pozo. Trying to do some more of that here tonight against the AirHogs. 0-1 pitch from Hebner, taken in the dirt, and the count 1-1. Lemurs scored 5 runs in the 8th inning last night. After scoring 3 runs the whole previous 7 innings. 1-1 pitch. Pozo swings and hits one off the plate foul down towards the on-deck circle on that third base side. The count now 1-2 to the Lemurs first baseman. The Lemurs are trailing 1-0. Pozo waits the pitch from Hebner. Holds the glove in his left hand, winds and fires, pitch down and away. He's one of those who doesn't have his hand on the ball before he starts his windup. He attaches his hand to the ball as it sits in his glove. Pozo swings and misses. Strike 3, back-to-back swinging strikeouts to start off the inning. First 2 Ks of the game for Hebner. He holds the ball in his glove, and as he starts his windup, then grabs it with his hand. Some guys like to hold the ball behind their backs or to the side. Some will hold the ball in their glove, but then some guys, they just keep the ball in their glove and then will grip it as they start their windup. J.D. Pulfer to the plate. Pulfer hitting 249, 7 homers, and an even 50 runs batted in. Leads the team in RBIs. A pitch taken for a called strike 0-1. As he's the first Lemur to 50 runs batted in this season, beating out Dennis Phipps, who has 49. 0-1 the count. Hebner with the pitch. Pulfer swings and misses in the count 0-2. Pulfer himself had a pretty good night last night as well at the plate, as he was batting in the 6th spot yesterday. He was 1 for 2, hit a sac fly. He also walked once, scored twice, as he ended up scoring the go-ahead run there in the 8th inning. Pitch taken for a ball in the count 1-2. Scored the go-ahead run in the 8th, drove in a run in the 4th, for the Lemurs, and then scored the tying run in the 6th. 1-2 pitch, Pulver takes down and away on the count 2-2. So his runs and RBIs yesterday were big ones. Despite the Lemurs winning by 5, they were big ones previous to those later 4 that were extra runs Lemurs didn't need. 2-2 the count to Pulver. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulver chasing. He will go down swinging, and it's back-to-back-to-back strikeouts as Hebner strikes out the side. All swinging. We go to the top of the 3rd. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the AirHogs.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Top of the 3rd inning, Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the Texas AirHogs. 3 strikeouts for each pitcher through the first 2 innings. 2 last inning for Navarre in the top of the 2nd, and Hebner struck out the side in the bottom of the 2nd. All swinging strikeouts of the 3 Lemurs batters. As Navarre back to work here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-0 the score. Kenny Peoples-Walls leads off the inning for the AirHogs, followed by Juan Sanchez and Corey Morales, the 9-1-2 hitters for Texas. First pitch to Kenny Peoples-Walls, a called strike 0-1. Peoples-Walls hitting .357, no homers and 5 runs batted in. Last night, Peoples-Walls in the 8th spot was 3 for his first 3, ended up striking out though in his final at bat to start off the 9th inning. Pitch called a strike in the count 0-2. So ended up 3 for 4 on the evening with 1 run scored. He was acquired once the trade of Reynolds to the Lemurs went through. 0-2 the count to Peoples-Walls. He started the year with the AirHogs, but was released shortly after the start of the season. Calls time, but he digs back in now. Both teams going with their black uniforms tonight. I just realized that. 0-2 pitch. Check swing, they'll appeal, and they say it didn't go. Count 1-2.
Very rare both teams go dark on dark. I don't think that ever happens.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
No.
Count 1-2. Navarre from the stretch and the pitch. Swung on, hit foul, right side, popped up, and it'll get out of play.
You could say these black jerseys are the Lemurs' primary home jerseys because it seems like they never wear the white. I can't tell you the last time they wore a different jersey than the black one.
We wear the camo a lot. It's black and camo.
Yeah, like other than that.
I can tell you on Sunday we wore the golds when Dodson pitched. 1-2 pitch, taken low. But
that's like a endangered species. You never see the golds, and I like the golds.
The golds, the grays, and the whites, hardly ever see them. And I like the grays, but apparently they're a little thicker than all the other ones. So maybe if we're playing in St. Paul all year long, 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 4th strikeout of the game for Navarre. In a little cooler weather, you'd see the grays more, but in Laredo, where it's 100 degrees at first pitch most nights, you're not going to see a thicker gray jersey too much. But they like these black ones and those camo ones. So for whatever reason, I haven't worn either of them, so I can't tell you the comfort of them versus another. First pitch to Juan Sanchez. He takes low. I personally like the whites and the grays. I think they're probably my two favorites. Blacks are good looking too, though. They're sharp. 1-0 the count to Sanchez. Black jerseys, white pants. Although at least the AirHogs aren't going white pants. They're going gray pants with the black jerseys. Red lettering. Pitch called a strike, 1-1. AirHogs, though, with just two jersey combinations, and they're basically identical jerseys. They're just, the colors are a little different. This is black with red lettering, and the other one is red with black lettering. 1-1 pitch to Sanchez, down and away, just off the plate. The count 2-2. I don't know how the decision was made in keeping with AirHogs, as you remember the Amarillo team, which was a Thunderheads last year, and it was the first year as a Thunderheads. They got brand new jerseys, and then the AirHogs from Grand Prairie combined this season. Pitch swung on and missed, and the count 2-2. I don't know how it was determined that AirHogs was going to be the name they kept. But those Thunderhead jerseys, well, they had two different ones of those as well, similar in the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of difference in style. I believe one said Amarillo and one said Thunderheads, though. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts again for Navarre. He's now struck out two batters in back-to-back innings. See if he can get a third one here with Morales at the plate. And just like last night, Leon Bird hit a solo home run in the first inning as the second batter of the game. His second time up against Troy Marks. Well, Marks struck him out swinging. Tonight, Juan Sanchez led off the game with a home run, and his second time up, Navarre got him struck out swinging. First pitch low for a ball to Corey Morales, who singled on the second pitch he saw from Navarre earlier in the game. Was caught stealing, though. 1-0 the count. The pitch to Morales, taken for a called strike. Sun peeking through here at the ballpark. You can see it on the screen. There is in center field. You can see the light. Center field, a little spot around second base as well. That's about it. Pitch up and in, 2-1, the count to Morales. So Navarre really settling in since that home run and single to start off the ball game, as only one batter has reached in the last 8, and that was via an error. 2-1, the count to Morales. 2 outs in the inning, no one on. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the AirHogs. And the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Count evens up 2-2. We're in the top of the third inning. Lemurs in a 3-game series here at the AirHogs, so a win tonight would get them the series win. They have yet to lose a series to the AirHogs this season. Count 2-2 to Morales. Navarre kicks, and the break-even pitch popped up and foul past the first base dugout and up towards the suite level. Count stays 2-2. I'm sure the Lemurs would like to keep it that way, not losing a series to the AirHogs this whole season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Morales. Still, and the pitch taken outside. Count full, 3-2. 13-1 Lemurs against the AirHogs this season coming into today. That's incredible to just have a team's number by that much. And some of those games have been close. In fact, as the 3-2 pitch comes in, swing and a miss, strike 3. Navarre does strike out the side. 3 up, 3 down, all strikeout swinging. We go to the bottom of the third. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the AirHogs.
There's a reason why Popeyes create some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
shredded cheddar cheese,
a creamy sauce,
creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Alvaro Rondon, Brennan Metzger, and Abel Nieves, first 3 batters for the Lemurs here. And the first pitch from Cody Hebner is taken for a strike, 0-1. Bottom of the third. Lemurs with just 1 hit, and that was a leadoff single by Nieves so far through the first 2 innings. First pitch missing, or the next pitch missing, count 1-1. When I say leadoff single, I mean at the top of the first by Nieves. He started off the first inning for the Lemurs there. They also got a walk of Morrison. They've had a couple of base runners. There's a called strike in the count, 1-2 to Rondon, who is hitting .265. He has 1 homer and 32 runs batted in. Hebner with a 1-2 delivery, and Rondon will swing a miss, chasing one in the dirt, tag applied. And that's 4 straight strikeouts by Hebner, starting with Chavez. You got Chavez, Poso, Pulfer, and Rondon all swinging. Brennan Metzger to the plate, batting .150, 2 runs batted in. No homers yet for the Lemurs. Started the year with Gary, though. With Gary, he played in 52 games, hitting .265 with a home run and 23 runs batted in. He also walked 36 times. First pitch taken. 1-0, but Metzger last night got the big hit, drawn in outfield, and oh my goodness. 1-0 the count to Metzger. I'll let you know here in a second. Warren, what was my goodness about?
I was waiting for a break for you to stop your talk so I could break into this, but Winnipeg scored 5 runs in the 8th inning to come back and tie it, and they are now in extra innings in the 10th inning. And from the looks of it on the old point streak, it looks like Heisler had a 2-run double or a RBI double. Josh Romanski had a 2-run double.
2-1 pitch to Metzger, taken for a strike. Count evens at 2-2.
They scored on a wild pitch as well in that inning. They scored 2 runs in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 5 in the 8th. They have 18 hits in this game.
2-2 pitch to Metzger. Checks his swing. They'll appeal. Say he didn't go. I was more worried about that pitch being called a strike than I was Metzger going through the zone on that. And the count full 3-2. So I was saying Metzger hit a triple over the heads of the drawn-in outfield trying to cut off a sac fly. Drove in 2 runs last night, putting the Lemurs ahead of the AirHogs there in the 8th, and Lemurs added a few more runs. 3-2 pitch up and away, ball 4. Second walk issued, and that'll break up the strikeout streak by Hebner. It stops at 4. Well, with St. Paul and Winnipeg going to extras, at least that means St. Paul's and at least it means Winnipeg is going to be using their bullpen.
Pitching is going to be a huge issue. I'll check the schedule to see when their next off day is.
They don't have many.
They can't have that. You're right. They cannot have many.
I looked at it yesterday. They don't have many off days from here on out. Pitch taken for a strike. I think they have 1 off day the rest of the year, and it's not for another week or 2 at least. 0-1 the count of Bell. Nieves at the plate, 1 for 1 today. Runner on first base is Metzger. He gets his lead.
The next off day would be Monday, August 29th. So the last week of the season.
0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, 0-2. So, yeah, you're talking 2 weeks before they have an off day. And they've got 5 games here in 4 days. 0-2, the count to Nieves. Sorry, 4 games in 2 days. That's what I'm looking for. 0-2 pitch, up high. Miller barely able to grab onto it, the catcher, and the count 1-2. Lemurs trailing 1-0. Top of the third. Runner at first base. Top of the order right now for Laredo. On deck, Dennis Phipps. I think I'm seeing here a little bit of the strategy as the pitch is swung on a miss. There's strike 3. Hebner, well, ended the strikeout streak. Gets another strikeout here. Second of the inning. Yeah, it was 5 on the night. And that's 5 of the last 6 batters. Dennis Phipps to the plate. I don't know if this is exactly what Pete Incaviglia, Lemurs manager, is going for, but when you get to that bottom of the order, when you go Rondon, Metzger, Nieves, Phipps, it's almost like another top of the order. Rondon, a guy who we had leading off at one point. Metzger would be a capable 2-hole hitter. And then Nieves, he's a guy who has the ability to really hit anywhere in those first 3 spots of a batting order. And then Phipps, the guy who's been our cleanup hitter all year. So you kind of have a mini top of the order once you get to the 8th spot. Pitch to Phipps, taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. And usually that doesn't start till you get to the 9 spot. Maybe that's part of the strategy of batting Phipps in the 2nd spot of the order. 0-1 the count. And the pitch, Phipps swings and misses. 2nd time this season, Phipps is in the batting 2nd. At least 2nd time in the last 2 nights. He may have at the very beginning of the season. Just got a few more at bats. 0-2 the count to Dennis Phipps. Metzger getting a lead at first. See if he maybe tries to steal second. Pitch outside. He doesn't move. And the count 1-2. Phipps definitely a dangerous hitter. Wind still blowing in from right. And the 1-2 pitch fouled away. We'll be sure to keep an eye on that St. Paul Saints Winnipeg Gold Eyes score. Again, we'll be rooting for the Saints here, in case you were wondering who we want to be winning. 1-2 the count. Time called at the plate. Lemurs down by a run. 1-0. Really not much has happened since that leadoff home run. Metzger's off and moving with the pitch. Phipps swings, hits one into right center, and it falls for a hit. Metzger is rounding second headed to third. He'll be held up there as he was running on the pitch. Goes first to third on the single by Dennis Phipps. And all of a sudden, the Lemurs are threatening here with 2 outs. Runners on the corners and Ty Morrison at the plate.
The St. Paul Twitter account just said 9-9 T10, nothing else to say.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job. Their Twitter account's pretty funny at times.
And then after the 8th inning, he said, let's never speak of that inning again. 5 runs scored, and now we're tied at 9.
Count run primarily by Sean Aronson, their broadcaster. First pitch to Morrison, swing and a miss. Phipps at first, Metzger at third. Lemurs trailing 1-0. Morrison, a lefty hitter versus the righty pitcher. Throw to first. But Phipps back standing as he shuffles on over. A little shuffle and a hop back to the bag. 0-1 the count to Morrison. Lemurs championship flag fully unfurled, blowing out onto the field. The pitch taken for a ball. Phipps was moving on it, and he'll steal second base. It almost caught Miller by surprise. No one really thought Phipps was going to go.
Well, I think the interesting thing tonight is you got to look at stealing is sliding or any close play, how far your slide will take you. Normally, you can slide about 10 feet earlier, and Phipps slid there, and his foot didn't get to the bag, so not getting a lot of
1-1 pitch, swing and a ground ball towards the middle. It's grabbed by Sanchez. He'll sidearm to first on the money. That'll end the inning as the Lemurs strand a pair of runners in scoring position. We go to the top of the fourth. Laredo trailing 1-0 to Texas.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Welcome back. Top of the fourth, to the mic for the next few innings of play-by-play, Warren Shore. Take it away, Warren.
I will let you do some research for tonight in these middle innings, and we'll be back here. First pitch to Michael Herr. Called strike. Herr, the first strikeout victim of the night for Jose Navarre, went down looking in the first inning. Herr open stance for the righty, and the 0-1 pitch high, 1-1. As the flags are blowing in from left. This weather is amazing. If you don't, Jacob Patino, our graphic designer, every game day ops guy, that ball's out. 2-1 was. I asked him one day in like May, why does it not rain in Laredo? And he told me it sits in a little bowl, and it's hard for the storms to come in if they don't have enough power. And we're definitely seeing that tonight, as it's just bowing around Laredo. The 2-1 outside, 3-1 the count. To Michael Herr. Jose Navarre struck out the side the last inning. So yeah, it's kind of around us, the rain, but nothing here. And the clouds are dark, and you thought maybe this game wasn't going to get in today, but it did. The 3-1 chopper over to Rondon, gloves it, throws over to first, and Herr is retired for the first out of the inning. The lights are on here, and the condensation has now come to the windows in the suites. For some reason, we're not getting any of that here, neither is the other room, the sound room next to us. But some of the suites down the third base line, and even pretty much all the suites are having to deal with some condensation problems on the windows. And Devin Rodriguez now, the left-hander, looks at a first pitch ball outside. He grounded out in the first inning to Abel Nieves. And that one's outside again, 2-0. Nieves playing in the shortstop role. As the shift is on. The 2-0, Rodriguez ahead of that one, grounds it right to Pulfer. And he'll take his time and throw to first, and 2 quick outs to start off the 4th inning.
Stepping in next for the AirHogs is second baseman number 2, Brian Bistain.
And now Brian Bistain up to bat. Bistain struck out looking to lead off the 2nd inning. First pitch called strike to Bistain, who last night 0 for 4. Trying to get his first hit of the series, as he's 0 for 5 in the series. And the 0-1 pitch called strike at the knees. Bistain thought that one was a little bit outside, but Navarro ahead in the count 0-2 with 2 outs, nobody on. Lemurs trail 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. And the 0-2 pitch, that's bounced in and gets all the way back as it went through the legs of the catcher, Zane Chavez. Count now 1-2. Now Navarro comes set and hits one to right field. That's going to drop for a base hit, a little looper that fell in, and that will be a 2-out single. And we can report from Winnipeg, the Gold Eyes won 11-9 in 10 innings. So they win that game.
Up next, the AirHogs are left fielder number 17, Nick Aikens.
And now Nick Aikens will step up to the plate. Aikens, the righty, also struck out in the 2nd inning. The second half of the pair that struck out to lead off the 2nd inning. First pitch to Aikens fouled off back to the screen. And Josh Romanski, 2-run home run off of Cody Thielbar to win it. Mark Hamburger went 7 1/3, allowed 8 earned runs, 16 hits. They left him out for a while. And then Thielbar came in, allowed 3 runs. In the 2 innings, as that 0-1 bounced in. And Romanski for the Gold Eyes had a huge game, went 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs. And the Gold Eyes win it 11-9. As it sure looked like the Lemurs would pick up at least a half a game. But the Gold Eyes had a different plan tonight. The 1-1, swung on and missed by Aikens, who's got 5 home runs and 13 RBIs on the season, as he is down in the count 1-2. The runner on first. Dark skies are over the right field, and it's kind of, you look out to right field and it's weird to see the light disparity from around home plate out to right field. 1-2 down low, so 2-2. Now Navarre takes a look at Bistain. At first he's going before, and it's a balk will be called as Bistain will be the second. He was running before Navarre even came out of the motion, and everyone yelled that he was going to second, and Navarre just couldn't control himself. And he balks, so Bistain up to second. Runner in scoring position for the AirHogs with 2 outs. And the pitch swung on and missed. Aikens goes down on strike, swinging for the 2nd time tonight. And the AirHogs strand 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Texas leading Laredo 1-0.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes.
Warren Shore alongside James Nasser. First pitch to Burt Reynolds. Called strike. Definitely a sticky night here in Laredo. With the rain in the area, the 0-1. Curveball. Reynolds ahead of that one, but able to foul off. And wasn't even able to end that one up to the edge of the AirHogs dugout. And the 0-2 called. Strike 3 in Reynolds. Goes down via the K. 6th strikeout of the game.
Now batting for the Lemurs, the catcher number 9.
For the starter, Cody Hebner. Season high strikeouts is tonight with 6, but that one before he had 3 straight games in June where he had 5 strikeouts, but this is his most, and now we'll have a visit to the mound. Or no, pardon me, I was looking at walks. His season high is 7. That was against Winnipeg on June 15th and Gary on June 20th. Other than that, he reached 6th on July 26th against Joplin. Now the trainer is coming out to the mound to check on Cody Hebner. But Hebner has been magnificent early on. Whole infield's in there with the trainer checking on Hebner. So while here, we'll give you a scoreboard update around the American Association. So all three of the doubleheaders are completed. The Canaries beat the Railcats 6-0. Wichita defeated the T-Bones 3-0, and then Winnipeg completed their game from July 20th, and they won 11-9. Top of the fifth inning in Sioux City, Fargo tied with the Explorers 0-0. Top of the fifth there. Big game for both teams as Sioux City is now tied in the standings with Lincoln atop the Central Division. And we're actually going to have a call to the bullpen as Cody Hebner is injured and he'll have to leave the game. Manager James Frisbee is signaling down to the bullpen. And we'll take a break and then we'll come back and tell you the new pitcher and finish up the scoreboard as well. So new pitcher here as Hebner can only go 4 1/3, or 3 1/3, pardon me, after he's leaving with an injury. And we'll be back with more Lemurs baseball as they trail 1-0 after this.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So the starter, Cody Hebner, leaving the game due to an injury. He's pitching a scoreless through 3 1/3, got the first out, struck out Burt Reynolds, looking to start the inning off. That was his 6th strikeout of the game, and then left due to an injury. Don't know what it is, but the new pitcher is the lefty Tyler Eyrig, drafted in the 23rd round by the Chicago Cubs in the 2013 draft. Comes from the College of Marion in Kentfield, California. He's from Monroe, Washington. So Pacific Northwesterner. This is game number 31 for him. He's 1-3 with a 4.13 ERA. He's pitched 37 innings, 37 strikeouts, walked 11, struck out, or allowed 43 hits. With the Cubs, actually was with the Cubs this season in their farm system. He pitched 4 games, 3 games at Myrtle Beach High A in relief, and then 1 game at AAA Iowa. He's been a long relief man. In 2015, 1 game with Iowa. Spent most of his time in A-ball. Spent 4 games in AA Tennessee. But in his career in the 4 seasons, he's 13-10 with a 3.15 ERA in 246 innings, with a strikeout per 9 rate of 7.5. First pitch to the lefty, Zane Chavez, called strike. Eyrig's last outing was on August 14th when he pitched an inning and a third, striking out 3, walking 1, and not allowing a run. That was against Joplin. A curveball went about 57 feet. 1-1 the count to Chavez. That was a 7-2 loss against the Blasters. Also pitched the 11th against the Blasters in 1 inning, scoreless. The last time he allowed a run was on July 13th against Lincoln when he allowed 5 runs in 1 inning. Curveball coming in slow. 2-1 the count. So 8 consecutive appearances for Tyler Eyrig without allowing a run. Chavez chops one off the plate, foul, headed towards the Lemurs dugout. And we'll roll into the Lemurs dugout. Count now 2-2. But we can actually give you the final line on the starter, Cody Hebner, who went 3 1/3 inning, scoreless ball, allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and had 6 strikeouts. The 2-2 Chavez waits on it, hits a lazy fly ball to left field. Charge, that's actually going to fall in for a base hit. It looked like that was going to be able to be caught by the left fielder, Nick Akins, coming on, but he kind of just jogged that one over there. You'll see he never got in a full sprint. And then just let it fall through. So a Chavez, single for Chavez against a lefty.
Up next for the Lemurs, first baseman, number 32, Pablo Pozo.
And now Jesus Pozo is up to bat. Pozo struck out swinging. His first time up. Pozo looks at that one for a called strike. Long look over at Chavez at first. Now Eyrig comes to the plate, and Pozo hits a blooper to right field, coming on Lenahan, and he's under it now, who makes the play. And that's got to be some soggy grass over there in shallow right field. That's where the tarp was sitting for about 2 hours prior to tonight's game. And you can, down the first base line, the warning track is soggy, but the grounds crew, tremendous job. The tarp, I got in here around 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish, and it looked like the tarp was off, and there were just 3 workers working on the field. James, my partner James Nasser, was here earlier on in the day as the first pitch to J.D. Pulfer just skies one out of play, and that's headed towards the on-deck circle, and that's going to actually find the seats. And James and I were talking when I got here. We're like, we were asking when the game would be started because it didn't look like the field. There were puddles. They were using towels and rags to absorb water from the puddles and then wringing them out in the infield and out of play. It looked like there was no chance this field was going to be ready for first pitch. And it was at 7:10, and they were ready almost before that. Threw over to Chavez at first. We thought the game wouldn't start till 7:30, maybe 7:45.
Yeah, pretty much an on-time start today, all things considered. And yeah, the grounds crew did a great job.
I've dubbed them miracle workers because it doesn't look like it can get done, and they get it done.
And it's not the first time.
No.
They did it yesterday.
Pulfer waits on the curveball and hits a looper into shallow center field. That's going to drop for a base hit as Peoples Walls slid and couldn't make the play. Chavez will end up at third base. He goes first to third on the single by J.D. Pulfer. A lot of bloop shot or looping liners into shallow left, right, and center field to start off this inning. Pozo was the only one that was caught.
Pozo's was hit a little higher than a looping one. He skied a high.
Yeah, that was a sky one. But the other 2 were looping liners. But yeah, no. The other time that the grounds crew did some tremendous work was NBA final, or I should say when we, on June 19th against Kansas City, it just happened to be the same day as Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But they did some amazing work. That was a rain delay. First pitch to Alvaro Rondon outside for ball 1. And that one, they couldn't get the tarp on. when it started raining, but they got it on when the heavy downpour, but it didn't look like, I thought that game was going to be postponement. But some amazing work by the ground crews here as the 1-0 swung on and missed, 1-1.
Yeah, ground screw, they've been on the ball.
The 1-1 to Rondon. Curveball called strike. Rondon down in the count 1-2 with runners on the corners, 1 out.
Even when there wasn't rain in the forecast, you had opening day making adjustments to the field itself, cutting grass off, putting in more clay.
Threw over to Pulford at first. Yeah, they added some new grass in front of the mound when you guys went on the last road trip. And when they brought the grass, it looked like a forest. It was so high, and they cut it down and make it look all nice. Yeah, the ground crew does a good job here.
The soccer game they had to level the mound, rebuild it in a day and a half.
This ground crew has the hardest job in the league with the heat because you just got to keep the ground saturated. Rondon looks at that 1-2 as that was an inside. Count now 2-2.
But I've heard, too, if you water in the day, I don't know how true this is, but I did hear it, that you'll burn the grass because it's so hot. The water almost boils on the grass because it gets so hot in the 100-degree temperatures.
The 2-2 swung on and missed. And Rondon ends the inning on a strikeout. That curveball by Eyrig is really tough as it's such a slow pitch. None of the Lemurs are able to handle it so far. So the Lemurs strand 2 on the corners. And we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. AirHogs 1, Lemurs nothing.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese.
A creamy sauce.
Creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
First pitch swung on and missed by Cody Lenahan to lead off the 5th inning. Warren Shore here alongside James Nasser. Lenahan reached on an air and stole a base in the 2nd inning. The lefty looks at that one at the knees for a called strike 2. So Jose Navarre getting ahead of the count. Here to Cody Lenahan, gave up that leadoff home run to Juan Sanchez. And then a single to Morales and hasn't allowed, oh, pardon me, I should say he A lot of hits to Bistain last inning, but really pitched well since then. The 0-2 fouled off right at the plate. Count remains 0-2. Getting back in the box. Let's give you that scoreboard update I said I was going to give to you when we came back from the pitching change, but I never got around to it. As some 9 games in action tonight around the association. The 0-2 fouled off out of the stadium. Count remains 0-2. Top of the 6th inning now, the X's and the Red Hawks tied at 0. In Joplin, the Blasters trail the Salt Dogs 5-4 of Lincoln. Lincoln in a tie with, Sioux City atop the Central Division lead. The 0-2 just missed. Navarre thought he had him. Chavez held that one out there longer, so home plate umpire Matt Herrera could have an extra look at that one. Count now 1-2. Kansas City leading the Wingnuts 6-1 in their second game of the doubleheader. That's the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-2 fouled off and into the Lemurs dugout. That one underneath. The fencing, I think we might see some changes in the fencing next year and have it go all the way to the ground because a lot of balls go in there. And if you're not paying attention.
It's been like that since 2012, though.
Well, I guess not then. It just, you got to be on the lookout.
There's a couple of other places in the league that have fences like that, too. We're not the only ones.
I think that's just odd. The 1-2 fouled off again. Lenahan fouling off pitches here this inning.
Grand Prairie actually has that, but it's a little bit lower. It's ours is what you probably fit maybe 2 baseballs high. Theirs is about 1 baseball high, so it has to just be on that ground rolling. If it's hopping at all, it's not going to get under.
So the T-Bones helping out as the Lemurs are 6.5 coming back into this one with the win in game number 1 of the doubleheader for the Wingnuts, but the 1-2 swung on and missed. Lenahan goes down swinging, back-to-back strikeouts for Navarre. And that is strikeout number 7. 8 for him tonight. So if the Lemurs win and the T-Bones hold on, it will be a 5.5 division lead, so they'll still pick up a half a game. In game number 2 in Gary, the Railcats are leading the Canaries 4-1, top of the 2nd at U.S. Steel Yard. And then Winnipeg and St. Paul haven't got their second game underway. Fouled back by Michael Miller. As Miller lined out to Rondon in the 2nd inning. Now the 0-1. Miller fouls that one off. That one rolls back to the wall just below the screen. 0-2 the count. Navarre getting a lot of 0-2 counts tonight. Now Navarre comes set out of the stretch, and the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed outside. I think Chavez and Navarre, they both thought they had one. Chavez is ready to throw it down to 3rd to start going around the horn. Need to wait just a little bit longer. And now the 1-2 popped up, foul out of play. Right over our heads. Count remains 1-2. And we'll get the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, bounce in the dirt. Chavez picks it up, and we'll have to throw down to 1st, and he does successfully. Strikeout number 9 for Navarre, and 3 in a row. 2 to lead off the inning. And for Navarre, clearly his most strikeout high start on the season with 9. His previous high was 6 against Wichita on July 31st, and Gary in his first start of the season on July 21st. First pitch to Kenny Peoples-Walls, swung on and missed. Peoples-Walls, one of the 9 strikeout victims back in the 3rd inning. Navarre the 0-1. Fastball down low. Level the count at 1. As Peoples-Walls hits one, a looping liner into left field. That's going to drop for a base hit, and Peoples-Walls gets his first hit of the night. Last night, Peoples-Walls was 3 for 3.
Stepping in next to the AirHogs, the shortstop number 1, Juan Sanchez.
And had a good night there, so continues that tonight. So he has 4 singles, even though all the hits last night were singles. He's a singles hitter setting the table for the top of the order. So he's 4 for 6 in this series. And now the leadoff hitter, Juan Sanchez, swings and misses at the first one. Homer to lead off the game, and that's the only score. In this one, he also struck out swinging in the 3rd. Check on the runner, Peoples-Walls at first, back standing. Peoples-Walls, 1 stolen base attempt in his 8 games with the AirHogs this season, and he was caught stealing in that 1 attempt. Now the pitch, Sanchez hits one, and that's going to fall for a base hit. That's going to head to the corner down the left field line. Peoples-Walls was going to try and score, rounding 3rd, and he will score standing up. Sanchez on second. Ball gets away from Nieves towards the on-deck circle. Rose Chavez picks it up behind the mound. Nice job covering by Navarre the plate there and not allowing Sanchez to score. That's going to be an RBI double by Sanchez. And the AirHogs lead 2-0, and he'll advance to 3rd on the air.
I don't know if the camera caught this, but as Peoples-Walls was running home, he and Navarre collided. Navarre was standing in the baseline in front of Peoples-Walls and didn't move. Peoples-Walls ran right into him. They just kind of shoved, and then Peoples-Walls came in and scored, and the umpire just kind of looked at it, and I mean, you can't really call anything because usually it's an interference and the guy gets the next base. Well, there's no next base. He scored.
Well, I bet if he had been out, they would have overturned it. If it was a close
yes,
play
if there was a play at the plate, but there was no play. So.
And now Corey Morales. It's a called strike to Morales. Morales 1 for 2. Single and a strikeout. Sanchez on 3rd with that RBI double. Now team high 41. That one's grounded into Nieves, who cuts it off, but unable to come up with it. And another run will score. Sanchez scores, so now it's a 3-0. And the error will be on Nieves as he cut across Rondon there and unable to pick it up, so E5. We've seen Nieves make that play multiple times. Saw him make the play multiple times last night. So with 2 outs, Navarre was cruising, getting the first 2 strikeouts of the inning, but allowing 3 base runners here to reach with 2 outs, and now the lead has ballooned to 3-0. The pitch called strike to Michael Herr. 0 for 2 tonight, struck out looking in the first. And James mentioned the record. They're 13-1 against the AirHogs this season. The 0-1, down low 1-1. And you got to think it's only a matter of time before the AirHogs, get one. They've won 6 in a row against the AirHogs, so it's bunched up in the middle. They played 14 games, so they have 2 6-game winning streaks against the AirHogs. They won the first 6, then lost the 7th, and then they've won 6 in a row since then. The only other time I can think of a team dominating such like this is in the major leagues. Last season, the Rangers just owned the Astros, or a couple seasons ago, they went like 16-2 against them. The 1-1 pitch, down and away. Count now 2-1. And the Rangers, once again, dominating the Astros this year. I think they're 11-2 against them, something like that. And I know the Cleveland Indians are 11-1 against the Detroit Tigers this season, domination kind of like this. And also in 2012, they went 16-2 against the White Sox. The 2-1 misses outside. So those are the only scenarios off the top of my head that I can think of a team putting on such a domination against another team like the Lemurs are doing against the AirHogs. The 3-1 pitch, grounds one back to Navarre, who can't control it, but then taps, throw the first, and not in time. Is able to beat that one out. As we'll have to see how they rule it.
Next up for the AirHogs, the first baseman, number 12, Devin Rodriguez.
I think they're going to rule it a base hit. Morales up to second. On with the single. And now manager Pete Incaviglia coming out to the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change. The gate has opened. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. And we'll have a pitching change, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. The AirHogs lead the Lemurs 3-0 as we're in the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
The new pitcher for the Lemurs is Manny Martinez, 6'1", 185-pound right-hander on the season, 0-2 with an 11.57 ERA. He's pitched 2 1/3 innings struck out 2, allowed 4 hits. He's allowed 3 earned runs. His 2 1/3 innings. First pitch to the lefty, Devin Rodriguez, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. So Martinez coming in with runners on first and second. Trying to get out of the jam as the AirHogs have already scored 2 runs this inning. That pitch is a called strike, so 0-2 to Rodriguez, who's 0 for 2 on the night. On a Juan Sanchez RBI double. And then they score on the Corey Morales error. So 1 of the runs will be unearned as check swing Rodriguez able to hold off on the curveball, which was down and in. The Morales error, that will be an unearned run. When Sanchez was able to score on from third. And now Martinez comes set at the waist, kicks, fires, and Rodriguez hits one into center field. Metzger came in on it, but now backtracking, reaches up and makes the catch. What a play by Brennan Metzger out in center field. He didn't get the best jump on the ball as he come charging in, but able to use his speed to backtrack and make the play. The AirHogs get 2. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. AirHogs 3, Lemurs nothing.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarria's
Bottom of the 5th inning, due up for the Lemurs, 9-1-2. That will be Brennan Metzger, Abel Nieves, and Dennis Phipps. Metzger leading off, walked his first at bat. Curveball from Tyler Eyrig. Called strike. He's going heavy with the curveball, Eyrig. And the 0-1, another curve, and that's, I guess that missed outside. Count level at 1. Another curveball, and that's a called strike. So 3 curveballs to start off Brennan Metzger. Metzger said last night when I talked to him on the field in the post-game interview, he said that he's really field welcomed, and the team has really welcomed him with open arms, and he feels at home here. And he'll just do his part to help the Lemurs make the playoffs, and he did last night with the 2-run double to left center field last night, which gave the Lemurs the lead. Count now 2-2 is that 1-2 missed outside, and now Eyrig, the lefty, The 2-2 pitch curveball was over for a strike. Metzger doesn't think so, and having a couple words with Herrera. That's a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Eyrig. Eyrig does not throw the fastest. And now Abel Nieves. Nieves 1 for 2, single to lead off the bottom half of the first inning for the Lemurs. That's a called strike. Curveball, called strike. Ivor's got that slow curveball that he's throwing for just pounding the zone with. And if he hangs if he hangs one, especially to the man on deck, that ball is probably going to end up in the left field seats, patio or grass over there. The 0-2 to Nieves ahead of that curveball, and he's swung on and missed at that one. So 3 straight strikeouts for Eyrig. It's the 9th time the Lemurs have struck out tonight. And Dennis Phipps, who singled in his last at-bat in the 3rd inning, is up to the plate. Phipps digs into the right-hander's batter's box. It's the first pitch from Eyrig, and that's a fastball called strike. So Eyrig really pounding the zone here with the hard stuff and his second pitch, the off-speed stuff, that curveball. That one's bounced in. Misses for a ball. Count level at 1 with 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. AirHogs trail 3-0, or lead 3-0. Lemurs trail 3-0. 1-1. Phipps hits a liner over the outstretched glove of the second baseman Brian Bistain for a base hit. Phipps waited on that curveball and went to the opposite field with it to get a 2-out hit for Ty Morrison. Morrison 0 for 1, walked in the first inning. Morrison, the lefty, awaits the first pitch. And this is down and in for ball 1. Phipps, 2 for 3 on the night, singled in back-to-back plate appearances. Trying to get something going with 2 outs. The AirHogs had both their runs on with 2 outs in the top half of the 5th. Lemurs trying to answer. Curveball called strike. Now the 1-1 down and away. Count now 2-1. The Lemurs trying to come back in this one. They trail 3-0. Won last night. Trying to take the series here as a 2-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Count level at 2.
The Lemurs' inability right now to really hit Eyrig solidly is a little surprising, as this season in 5 appearances, the Lemurs in 3 2/3 innings have scored 9 runs against him.
The 2-2 swung on and missed. Morrison couldn't wait on that fastball, and he goes down swinging. So all 3 outs come via the strikeout in the 5th inning. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Lemurs trailing 3-0.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a back.
Top of the 6th inning here in Laredo. The 5, 6, 7 hitters up for the AirHogs. Brian Bistain will lead it off. Bistain singled in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd. First pitch to Bistain called strike. As Manny Martinez fastball. Boy, that one. Hard to tell where that one missed. A 1-1. Curveball fouled off. That's going to find the seats. 1-2 the count. Around the scores. Around the scoreboard, I should say, in the league. Game's currently going on. Still the bottom of the 7th inning, scoreless in Sioux City between Fargo and the Explorers. The Salt Dogs still lead the Blasters 5-4, top of the 7th, as the 1-2 pitch bounced in, stopped by Chavez. Count now 2-2. The Wingnuts losing 6-2 in the second game of a doubleheader. That's in the top of the 5th inning. And the Railcats lead the Sioux Falls Canaries 4-1, top of the 4th. Second game of a doubleheader there is the 2-2 weak ground ball to Rondon. Rondon picks it up, quick throw over to first, and they get Bistain. Nice defensive play by Alvaro Rondon.
Next up for the AirHogs, the left fielder.
Next up will be Nick Akins. Akins 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. And top of the 2nd inning in Winnipeg, the Gold Eyes 1, the Saints 0. As they're playing 5 games from now until Thursday at 11 a.m. That's when their last game of the 5-game series is. First pitch to Akins fouled off right in the picnic area. Down the first base side. 0-1. 2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow, and then 1 on Thursday. So a lot of baseball for the Saints and the Gold Eyes. The 0-1 swung on and missed. So count now 0-2 to Akins. And checked the swing, but not enough to ask for an appeal. That one just missed high, 1-2 the count. was able to lay off that one. The 1-2 foul tip. Chavez not able to hold on to it. And Akins will live to see another pitch. Martinez out of the windup, the righty goes through the motion, and the 1-2 down and in, or bounced in. Count now 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Nick Akins, the batter. The pitch from Manny Martinez. High and in. Count now full, so Martinez, after getting ahead, 0-2 is counts now full. As Akins has worked it full. The 3-2 pitch as he hits one high fly ball to left field, but under it is Reynolds. Reynolds able to make the play out in left field. 2 outs. And now Cody Lenahan will step up to the plate. Lenahan 0 for 2, reached on an error in the second, struck out in the 5th inning. And now the first pitch to Lenahan, bounced in, went about 60 feet. I think it was 6 inches in front of the plate. Martinez working quickly out of the windup, the 1-0. Blows a fastball right by Lenahan, count level at 1. We'll get the 1-1 here. Foul ball right over our heads. Martinez ahead. Infield shifting, Lenahan to pull. Outfield playing him straight away. And now the 1-2 pitch from Manny Martinez. Pop up right around the plate. Chavez in foul territory now, headed towards the on-deck circle, and he can make the play. So 3 up, 3 down for Manny Martinez, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lemurs trying to come back on the AirHogs as they trailed 3-0.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit Driscoll.
Burt Reynolds leading us off here. The cleanup hitter looks at that first pitch from Tyler Eyrig outside. As James mentioned, the Lemurs have hit Eyrig hard, and they usually feast on these soft tossers. Not tonight, though. The lefties 1-0. Fastball outside. Eyrig against the Lemurs has a 19.64 ERA in 5 games. The 2-1 call to strikes. In 3 2/3 innings pitched, he's allowed 8 earned runs, 9 runs total, 12 hits, and only struck out 3. Well, he struck out 3 tonight in his duty coming in, and Reynolds hits one high to left field, but running over is the center fielder. Peoples Walls gives way actually to Akins in the left center field gap, and Akins makes the play. Wind blowing in, knocked that one down. And now Zane Chavez is due up. And Akins has pitched 2 innings, or I should say, Eyrig has pitched 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. First pitch, Chavez hits one to the right center field gap. That's going to be cut off by Lenahan, but Chavez moving into second. He'll be in with a 1-out stand-up double for Zane Chavez. And for Chavez, double number 15 for him on the season. Leads the team in doubles, and now Jesus Poso will be up as he looks to drive in Chavez. The Panda 0 for 2 tonight. That's the first hit. First pitch to Poso outside, 1-0 the count. Chavez 2 for 3 tonight. Had a double last night and a double tonight, so back-to-back games with a double for Chavez. The curveball called strike, 1-1. Crowd giving some encouragement to Poso. The 1-1 fouled off. Now Poso's down in the count 1-2. Poso has become a fan favorite here in Laredo on this overcast night in Laredo. Definitely a sticky one out there. The 1-2. Poso fisted one over to second base, and Bistain made the running catch on that one as he was jam job there. A little weak liner. And now J.D. Pulfer up to bat. He'll look to get the Lemurs' first run on the board. Pulfer, 1 for 2, singled in the 4th inning. First pitch to Pulfer. He hits one down the left field line. That's going to be foul. He was sitting on the curveball. Was just a little ahead of it. That one went foul. Now Pulfer digs into the box, awaits the 0-1 pitch from Eyrig. Quick check on the runner at second, another curveball. Pulfer fouled that one, a little dribbler. Won't even get to the third base coaching box. where Mike Meyer was standing. And now it's starting to mist here. Yeah, you can see some rain coming down in the lights as some fans have some umbrellas out, so the rain now lightly starting to fall. And the 0-2 ripped foul, pull for late on the fastball. It's hard to tell if it's, you can see it in the lights. It is a mist. Don't think any fans, though, it's not affecting them too much. They haven't scurried to the undercover of the concourse. Runner on second, 2 outs, 0-2 pitch to J.D. Pulfer. Pulfer high, pop up right to the first baseman, Devin Rodriguez. Rodriguez under it, and he's able to make the play. So the Lemurs strand. Runner on second after a Zane Chavez 1-out double will head to top of the 7th. AirHogs 3, Lemurs nothing.
Healthfan.com.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese.
The creamy sauce.
Creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
All right, we're back here. Warren Shore alongside James Nasser, and we'll toss it over to James for he'll do the play-by-play duties for the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. Hopefully the Lemurs can come back here.
Yeah, and hopefully this rain stays away here, as we were kind of hoping rain earlier. Doubleheader tomorrow wouldn't have been the worst possible thing we could have had. As leading off the inning is Michael Miller. He swings the first pitch, fouls it off 0-1. But right now we really don't want to go into a delay, because if they call the game, then the Lemurs, we've played enough baseball for it to be a full game, and the Lemurs would end up losing as they trail 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. Manny Martinez fires a strike for
we're on like
now an 0-2 count.
Outer edge. I looked at the radar. It's hard to tell where the weather's going. There's some red there, but it's hard to tell if it's going to come our way or not. It's kind of just sitting east of us.
0-2 pitch just missing off the plate away, and the count 1-2. Yeah, hopefully here's what we can hope for. Lemurs got a quick 3-up, 3-down inning here, the AirHogs, and then plate 4 or 5 runs next half inning, and then we get a downpour. How about that? That would be ideal. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. Chavez actually managed to hold on to it. There's another strikeout for Lemurs pitchers tonight. It's the 3rd of the game for Martinez. And overall for the Lemurs tonight, they've got a ton of them. That's the 10th of the game.
starting to rain harder
and
now.
now it's starting to really come down. He's looked at that weather forecast there. There's a called strike 0-1 to Kenny Peoples Walls. And yeah, it did show some big, heavy storms coming our way. 0-1 pitch. Martinez gets Walls swinging and missing in the count. 0-2.
Trivia question they're starting to do in the ballpark in between the bottom of the sixth, top of the seventh inning.
0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul away.
Was how many days does it rain in Laredo? And the answer is 59. This is on average. 59 days. The U.S. average is 100. So we're batting around 59% for days it rains.
0-2
compared
pitch.
To
Outside.
If you're going on the average out of 100, the U.S. average. Not terrible.
Yeah, but that's still not a lot.
That is not a lot of days that are but still, the U.S. average.
1-2 pitch. Taken a little outside again, I think. Just missing in the count 2-2. Martinez looking really sharp here in his relief outing.
I thought the U.S. average would be higher than just 100. That does not seem like a lot.
2-2, swinging a foul away. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I mean, it's almost
a third. A little
not,
under a
it's
third.
It's under a third.
Let's pull out the old calculator.
Well, it's between a third and a quarter. Almost halfway.
It's 27% of the days.
Yes. That would be right there between a third and a quarter. Between 33% and 25%. We can do math. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul. And the count still 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Kenny Peoples Walls today 1 for 2. But there is rain today, and there's another foul away. Peoples Walls continuing to battle at the plate. And rain yesterday. Really, they've gotten, well, we had rain.
3 days in a row?
3 days in a row, rain now.
Because it rained Monday in the night, early wee hours of the morning and into the morning, too.
2-2, swing, a pop up, right side. It looks like it'll get out of play as well, just past the first base dugout. Right there into the seats that are now empty as fans have gone on under the concourse level to try and stay dry. Count still 2-2. 1 out in the inning. Martinez with the break-even pitch taken for a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts here to start off the inning. And there's 2 outs. And I guess with the rain misting right now, what you can hope for is possibly some wet baseballs affecting the pitchers next half inning. Martinez doesn't seem to be bothering him, but maybe it'll get to the AirHogs pitchers. There's a called strike 0-1. Or the fielders. Put the ball on the ground on the wet grass. 0-1 pitch. Another called strike. Martinez pounding the zone here. And he another one of those hard-throwing bullpen arms for the Lemurs. He throws in the mid-90s. 0-2 the count. Radar gun, though, not working today. And the pitch, swing and a pop-up, foul away, right side, getting late. Nothing in 2. Manny Martinez winds, another 0-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Martinez strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch here at the ballpark. Lemurs trailing by a score of 3-0.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic.
New pitcher in the ball game. It's Trey Mossick for the Texas AirHogs. And the mist still coming around, swirling around the ballpark as the wind has shifted. It's blowing out to left field now. Leading off the inning for the Lemurs, it's Alvaro Rondon against Mossick. Mossick, a righty in the game. So far this season, Mossick 1-0, 11 outings. He has yet to give up an earned run. He has given up a few unearned runs. One of those came against the Lemurs his last time against Laredo. Through an inning and a loss, a 4-1 victory for the Lemurs. He gave up 1 unearned run on 1 walk. He also had 3 strikeouts. First pitch, a ball to Rondon, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. 1-0 the count. Rondon batting from the left side against the righty Mossick, takes it down and away. 2-0. Rondon better against righties than lefties. Eyrig was a lefty, and that's who Rondon faced last time, but Hebner is a righty, and he struck out to Hebner his first time up. 2-0 the count to Rondon, and a hitter's count here against Trey Mossick in the pitch. Rondon squares around, pulls back, and it's 3-0. Lemurs trying to get a few runs here and at least tie it up before Warren was looking at the forecast, and it looks like the rain is coming. So before rain gets here, score a few runs, tie it up. There's a called strike, and the count 3-1. Mossick from Austin, Texas. So in the area, 3-1 pitch. Down. Oh, called strike, a late strike call. Rondon was already starting to go towards first. The count full. In the area, as in it's within a little drive's way, 3 hours. About each way, actually between Laredo and Grand Prairie. So yeah, halfway there between Laredo and Dallas. 3-2 the count to Rondon, and Mossick delivers outside. There's ball 4. Rondon can head on down to first. Leadoff walk. So Mossick on the hill. He's 6'1", 210 pounds. 24 years of age. Brennan Metzger to the plate. The runner on first. No outs. Metzger today is 0 for 1. He has walked once today. Right-handed hitter versus right-handed pitcher. Rondon at first base. pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Lemurs needing some late inning magic here tonight. As they're in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 3-0. They've gotten 6 hits in the game so far tonight. They've gotten a few runners into scoring position, but not many. And they haven't been with less than 2 outs yet this evening. There's a pitch just missing outside, and the count 1-1 to Metzger. Metzger, the hero of last night's ball game, drove in the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th with a triple to left field, left center. Drove in a pair of runs, putting the Lemurs up 2. They're trailing here by 3 with 1 man on. 1-1 delivery taken on the inner half for a called strike, and the count now 1-2 to Metzger. Waiting on deck, Abel Nieves. The wind not blowing too hard out to left, just softly, well, softly by Laredo standards. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, foul tipped back on the glove, just barely made contact, and there's strike 3. 1 out in the inning, and Abel Nieves to the plate. Nieves today is 1 for 3, singled in the first to lead off the inning for the Lemurs. Has struck out, though, both times since. And waiting on deck, Dennis Phipps, always a dangerous hitter. Rondon getting a lead at first base. Infield at double play depth. And the pitch, Nieves swings, fouls it away up towards the suites, off one of the windows and back onto the field of play. Ryan Beckman, Lemurs starting pitcher and first base coach, going to go after it. It's there behind first base in shallow right field. 0-1 the count to Nieves. Mossick throwing over to first. Checking on Rondon. He's back in time, diving back to the bag. Oh and 1 the count. Mossick with the pitch, taken outside. Mossick holds the ball pretty interestingly. A lot of guys, when they throw from the stretch, they hold their hands together right around their belly button, somewhere center of their body. Right there, either in line with their belly button, the center of their torso, sometimes up in front of their face or at their chest, sometimes lower. Pitch fouled away on the count 1-2, but Mossick, he kind of puts it on his back hip as if to hide it from the hitter. That might be his goal, make it harder to see, but kind of puts his left arm further back, wrapping around his waist. That has his glove, and then as he comes to a set, delivers the 1-2. There's a pitch that just misses. Couldn't tell where. It was really close in the count 2-2. Nieves very good at that. That's one of the things he's probably best at, is watching close pitches go by. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. The runner was moving on it, and Rondon's going to go to second and make a big turn as the ball got past the catcher, Miller. He tried to pop out of his stance so that he could throw out Rondon. Pitch missed for a ball, and the count full. Runner on second base, stolen bag there for Rondon as he was already moving. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count. And the pitch to Nieves taken in the dirt. It'll get past the catcher as well. Rondon's going to go to third quickly. Miller might have had a chance, but he realized Rondon was moving, and there's runners in the corners. So 2 walks in the inning.
Stepping in next for the Lemurs, the right fielder, number 55, Dennis Phipps.
Dennis Phipps to the plate. Well, Lemurs trail by 3. There's 2 men on, runners in the corners, 1 out in the inning. Phipps could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. Lemurs really just need to get a run on the board right now, but 3 would be nice. Phipps digging in. It's been a while since he's hit a home run. And the first pitch fouled away. 0-1. Phipps' last home run was August 8th, 8 days ago, against the AirHogs there in Grand Prairie. Pitched low, 1-1. And the Lemurs 1-0 win in the first game of that series. He hit a solo home run in that game, and the Lemurs rode that the whole way to victory. 1-0 on August 8th. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Mosick kicks and fires. Phipps taking up and in with the off-speed stuff, and the count 2-1. Wind blowing out to left field as it's still misting out here, swirling up around the lights. Sure, some is hitting the field, that's for sure. It doesn't seem to be getting too wet. Mosick checking on Nieves as he gets a lead at first. Rondon over at third. 2-1 delivery. Phipps hits one hard on the ground left side. Backing up is Sanchez. He has no problem. Flips to second for 1, over to first. Inning-ending double play. Lemurs get runners on the corners, but don't bring anyone in. And we go to the top of the 8th. Laredo trailing 3-0 to Texas.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan.
Harold Guerrero in the pitch for the Lemurs. Lefty versus righty as it starts to rain harder here at the ballpark. Corey Morales to the plate. It's no longer misting. It's coming down a little bit. First pitch from Guerrero is taken for a strike, 0-1. Lemurs down 3-0 here in the top of the 8th. Guerrero this season 1-0 with a 4.01 ERA, 35 appearances, 1 start. Pitched down and away, or down and in, sorry. And he has 1 save on the year, 42 2/3 innings pitched for him, 61 strikeouts, 24 walks on the year. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Morales. And the pitch taken just outside, and the count 2-1. So the day done for Manny Martinez tonight. Martinez throws 2 1/3. Scoreless baseball. In fact, didn't give up any hits either. Struck out 3. came into that 5th inning, got the final out, and then went 3 up, 3 down the next 2 innings. So 7 straight retired for Martinez, his best outing of the year for the Lemurs. 2-2 pitch, taken down low, and the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. To Corey Morales, who today is 1 for 3. With a single, he's also reached on an error. 3-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball off the handle, shallow center field. Coming in is Metzger. He'll make the catch, and there's out number 1.
Next up for the AirHogs, the designated hitter.
We'll bring Michael Herr to the plate. Herr 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th inning. Lemurs trailing 3-0 here in the top of the 8th. The pitch from Guerrero taken low. So not good news so far for the Lemurs tonight. As the 1-0 pitch taken in the dirt and the count 2-0. As they're trailing in this game. Winnipeg already won come from behind fashion against St. Paul. Right now they're in the 3rd inning of their 2nd game, tied at 1. Kansas City's winning 6-3 over Wichita at the moment, top of the 7th. After Wichita beat Kansas City in their first game. Pitch up high and the count 3-0. Lincoln leading Joplin and Gary leading Sioux Falls. So the only games really concerned about really are what Winnipeg does and what Wichita does. There's a called strike in the count 3-1 now. There's no one else really in the wild card, or in front of us in the wild card at least. Fargo's hanging around, but they're still pretty far down there. There's a swing and a line drive to right center over the head of Pulfer. And it goes into right center for a single for her. So a 1-out single puts a runner on first base, and Devin Rodriguez, who's 0 for 3 in the game, comes to the plate. Left-handed hitting Rodriguez. He was one of those replacement players in the All-Star game for guys who opted to not go. AirHogs sent a couple of guys up there. Left-handed hitting Rodriguez digs in. Guerrero out there, comes to a set, looks over at first where Herr gets his lead. And the pitch taken outside, ball 1. Now it's eased up a little bit, back to just a missed. And the 1-0 pitch, runner moving. It's popped up in the air, foul territory as it was bounced off the plate. Chavez grabbed it, running through Rodriguez to get to it and make sure that he could grab it while it was still in foul territory. Heads up play there by Chavez, and the count 1-1 to Devin Rodriguez. And now he's trying to get the wet clay out of his helmet that he wears on his head. Can't just brush it off because it's damp. That ground, very soft, very damp. It's not muddy, but it is very soft. 1-1 the count to Rodriguez. Herr getting his lead. He's the DH for the AirHogs today. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Guerrero with the curveball, and way ahead of it was Rodriguez. Lunging after it. Count 1-2. 7 hits for the AirHogs. 6 for the Lemurs tonight. Laredo's also committed 3 errors. We only have 2 up on the board, but it is 3 tonight. There's another throw to first. No errors for Texas this evening. And one of those runs is unearned, so the errors have helped add some runs to the board for the AirHogs. And now the rain again coming down harder. So kind of intermittent here where it goes from misting to some actual rain. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Her a lead. And Guerrero delivers plateward, swing and a little poker to the left side and into the seats behind the third base dugout. Count still 1-2. Steps back in, taps the plate, and Guerrero comes to set his stomach and throws again to first. Her back in plenty of time. Guerrero hasn't really come close to getting her, and now he's going to go back to the cleat scraper behind the pitcher's mound, get some of that soft, wet clay out of his cleats. His count now is 1-2 to Rodriguez, and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards Pulfer at second. He picks it up, throws the second for 1. Rondon the relay. And there's an inning-ending double play. 4-6-3. And we go on to the bottom of the 8th. Lemurs still trailing 3-0 to the AirHogs.
Loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese.
The creamy sauce.
Creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Ty Morrison leads off the inning for the Lemurs. Lefty hitter versus the righty Trey Mossick, still on the hill. Morrison starting things off here in the bottom of the 8th. Morrison, Reynolds, Chavez. And Mossick going to go use the cleat scraper before he throws a pitch to Morrison. It is still raining down on the field. We'll see how long it lasts. And the pitch taken low. It's raining all through the warm-up pitches for Mossick between innings. 1-0 the count to Morrison, who today is still searching for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. He does have a walk, though, in the game. He squares around, pulls the bat back, and the count 2-0. This Lemurs offense has been able to come back from behind against these AirHogs before. Remember, they had a 6-run inning to walk off with a win here on July 2nd. Pitch low, and the count 3-0. As they were down by 5 going into the 9th. They've also had a few big late inning last night, 5 runs in the 8th to break a 3-3 tie and win 8-3. 3-0 pitch, Morrison taking all the way, and it's a called strike. He did take a couple of steps towards first base, as the call was a little delayed, not much. And the count now 3-1. Morrison taps his cleats, digs into the box. Wind blowing softly out to left field or left field corner. The pitch called a strike again. The count 3-2. Such getting down 3-0. Mossick firing 2 strikes. Morrison gonna have to battle with a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no one on, no one out. Lemurs trailing 3-0. Bottom of the 8th. Just 2 more frames for Laredo. 3-2, swing and a grounder, slow bouncer over the head of Mossick on the mound. Fielded by the second baseman, Bastaney throws to first, but Morrison beat it out. It was in the dirt. That'll be another hit for the Lemurs, their 7th of the game. One of those bouncers over the head of the pitcher that almost always, if it's a fast runner, end up with an infield single.
Next up for the Lemurs, the left fielder, number 23,
Burt Reynolds to the plate. Runner on first. No outs. Reynolds against his former team. Tonight is 0 for 3. Last night, Reynolds did reach a couple of times. He had a reach on an error, scored a run. He also had an RBI single in that 8th inning. So we can do here in the 8th. The first pitch, Reynolds swinging late. The count 0-1. Reynolds, couple of flyouts to left. And a strikeout swinging tonight. 0-1 the count. Morrison getting a lead at first. Mossick with the pitch. Reynolds taking low with a fastball. Just barely skipped in the dirt right before the glove of Miller, the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Zane Chavez. In the hole, Jesus Poso. Morrison digs into his lead at first base. And the 1-1. Breaking ball down and in. 2-1. Reynolds working the count. Getting it ahead here, 2-1. Of his former teammate, Trey Mossick. And the pitch swung on and missed. Count 2-2. Pitch may have been out of the zone, a little down and away. Reynolds just chasing it a tad. 2 balls, 2 strikes, even count, runner at first. This is a big inning for the Lemurs, especially since they got the leadoff runner aboard. 2-2 pitch, Reynolds swinging a miss. There's strike 3. And that'll bring Zane Chavez to the plate. Chavez today, having a good day. 2 for 3, single, a double. Both times he's come up to the plate, both times he's come up to the plate with 1 out. This is when he's gotten his hits. And in each case, there was 1 out, no one on. It's now back to just misting here in the ball field. Not raining. The pitch swung on and hit hard left side through the hole into left field. On the line, Chavez with his 3rd hit of the game. First pitch single. 3 for 4 tonight for Zane Chavez and Jesus Poso. To the plate, Poso 0 for 3 tonight. 2 men on for the Lemurs here in the 8th. The Lemurs this season against Mossick haven't had a ton of success, but they've only faced him a couple times. Coming into tonight, Mossick has allowed just 1 run in 2 innings against them. And no hits, so tonight the first hits the Lemurs have ever gotten off of Mossick. This time the 3rd time facing him. The Lemurs against the AirHogs this season in 14 games are hitting .293 as a team. Poso at the plate. And the first pitch, he's going to take a fastball just outside. 1-0. They've hit the AirHogs very well this year. And Poso's one of the best ones. He's batting .349 against Texas this year. And the 1-0 pitch, Poso swings, hits one in the air into left center. That's pretty deep. No one's going to get to it. It's going to hit the ground at the warning track and roll to the wall. Morrison's coming around third. He's going to score. Here comes Chavez to the plate. The relay will be not in time and get away from the catcher. It goes to the wall. But behind and backing it up was Mossick, the pitcher. So Poso stops at second with a game now within reach of just 1 run. With a runner at second base and 1 out. 3-2 the score. Poso coming up with another huge double as he has been wont to do this season. Hit one just short of going out off the front of the warning track there. And these outfielders playing really in. Either that or he just smoked it low enough to get over their heads.
Probably a little combination of both, but now 15 doubles for Poso, tied for the team high with Chavez. They both had doubles in the first 2 games of this series. And also, quick check on the radar. Looks like whatever rain was coming in was just fizzling out. So the heavy stuff fizzled out. And it looks like it's just going to be a drizzle the rest of the way through.
And we're going to have a pinch runner in the game now. Jimmy Norris to run for Poso as Norris represents the tying run standing there at second base. And J.D. Pulver at the plate. Reason you do that, Poso or Norris a lot faster than Poso. You want to be able to try and score on a single into the outfield. And Norris gives you a little bit better chance than Poso does. It'll be interesting to see what they do defensively. I think I have an idea. Either Norris or Pulfer will probably go play third base. First pitch to J.D. Pulfer at the plate is a called strike. Pulfer at the plate tonight. He is 1 for 3, single back in the 4th inning. So Norris in the game over at second base after Poso's 2-run RBI double. 0-1 the count. Mosick with the pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Miller then rolls through the legs of Pulfer. Norris hanging out at second base still, not chancing it. And my guess is with Poso playing first base today, they'll slide Nieves over to first, where he started out the year as a Lemurs first baseman, and then put either Norris at second, Norris at third, and then if Norris goes to second, Pulfer will go to third. 1-1 the count. Norris is breaking for third. It's high. The throw down to third base is in time. It gunned down Norris by a few feet as the fastball was perfectly placed. May have been a little bit of a pitch out there, but the count 2-1. Not exactly a pitch out, but maybe something high in the zone intentionally to see if Pulfer will chase and try and get Norris if he does steal. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike to Pulfer with no one on now. So you bring in the pinch runner, you try and steal with him, it doesn't work out. Lemurs still trail by a run, but now there's 2 outs on the inning. Pitch taken outside, 3-1. Even the misting is kind of dying down a little bit. Not as thick of a mist. 3-1. Pulfer swings and hits one into right center gap. That's going to fall for a hit, and Poso would have easily scored from second on that. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. Pulfer with a double. And the Lemurs with a run, the tying run now at second base again. And Alvaro Rondon to the plate, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts today. He did walk against Mosick last inning, but it looks like he might not get a chance to face Mosick as James Frisbee comes out of the dugout. He's going to go talk to Mosick and most of the infield. Bistain is over at second base talking to Pulfer. Looks like Frisbee's just having a conversation, though. And home plate umpire coming on and breaking up the conversation. So they're leaving Mosick in the game. He'll face off against Rondon here. Rondon could drive in the tying run with a single here. Pulver getting a lead at second. Lemurs trailing 3-2 here in the 8th. And the pitch from Mosick is inside. Rondon backs off the plate and the count 1-0. Rondon still searching for his first hit of the game. Had an RBI single in the 6th inning yesterday, which actually drove in Pulver. 1-0 pitch, called a strike. 1-1. And that run, or that single that drove in Pulfer in the 6th inning yesterday, tied the game at 3 as well. 1-1 pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Miller. Pulfer's going to stand pat at second base. So a very similar situation. There were also 2 outs in that inning. So 2 outs, Pulfer at second, Rondon at the plate, 2-1 the count. 3-2 the score. Same situation, 6th inning yesterday. And the 2-1 delivery. Ground ball left side. It's grabbed by the third baseman. Morales, he'll throw on the money, though. Put out Rondon, and that'll end the inning. Lemurs had an opportunity to tie it, but run themselves out of it. We go to the top of the 9th. Laredo trailing 3-2 to Texas.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Luis De La Cruz in the pitch for the Lemurs. Lemurs trailing 3-2 right now to the AirHogs. They're in the top of the 9th. De La Cruz this season, 1-1 with a 2.70 ERA. 36 outings, 3 saves on the year. Brian Bistain at the plate, righty versus righty. De La Cruz from the stretch. And the first pitch to Bistain is a called strike, 0-1. It'll be Bistain, Akins, and Lenahan to start off the 9th inning for the AirHogs. 0-1 the count and the pitch taken inside, 1-1. Lemurs playing Bistain to pull, just a tad. A few steps to the left to everyone on the infield. And the 1-1 pitch. Bistain takes a strike to the knees from the fastball from De La Cruz. De La Cruz this season against the AirHogs, 7 outings, 7 innings pitched, no runs allowed. He's 0-0. He has 2 saves against them as well. 1-2 the count. And the pitch swung on and fisted behind the bag at second where Norris will make the catch. So Norris in at second base. And Pulfer over at third. My guess was right.
Next up for the AirHogs, left fielder number 17, Nick Akins.
Nick Akins to the plate. Today is 0 for 3. So Nieves over at first base, Norris at second, and at third is Pulfer. Rondon still at short. First pitch to Akins is taken inside. Fastball 1-0. Luis De La Cruz from the stretch. And the pitch taken up and in. 2-0. And the ball went to the backstop. It was so far off. And coming out to the mound is Chavez to have a conversation with De La Cruz. Two balls, no strikes. The count here to Akins. Today is the left fielder for the AirHogs. De La Cruz with a kick and the fire. Pitch outside. 3-0. Infield. 3 players on that left side. Just to the left of the bag is Norris at second. Playing down towards the line is Pulfer. And in the middle there, between second and third, is the shortstop, Rondon. Ball hit right at Pulfer. Backs up a half step. Throws strong to first. And Pulfer makes his first play as a third baseman this season. Throwing over, making the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the AirHogs, the right fielder number 13, Cody Lenahan.
Cody Lenahan to the plate. Lenahan, the right fielder, digs in. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher, De La Cruz. Lemurs now leading the hit column 10-7, but still trailing the scoreboard. Pitch taken high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, the count. Lenahan swings and fouls one back towards the screen. And the count 1-1. Lemurs going to have to score here in the bottom of the ninth, at least one run to force extra innings. They've only done that once this year. That was when they were down against Joplin. They scored a couple of runs against their closer, Winston Abreu. There's a swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying into the seats, and then will hit off the roof of the dugout and then roll into the dugout along that first base side where the Lemurs are. And the count 1-2. Lenahan retrieves the bat from the first base dugouts and go grab some more pine tar for the handle. There's a better grip on it. I'm sure the batting gloves and the bats themselves a little slick. But the mist seems to have cleared off completely. Very clear air out there now. I mean, it's humid air, but no falling precipitation. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The extra grip didn't help him out there. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for De La Cruz. Lemurs down to their final 3 outs when we come back as they trail 3-2 to the AirHogs.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Alan Oaks on the mound for the Texas AirHogs here for the 9th inning, trying to get a save. Oaks has 5 of those already this year in 33 appearances, all out of the bullpen. 2-3 with a 3.98 ERA. 31 2/3 innings pitched this season for the AirHogs. Leading off the inning, it's Brennan Metzger. He'll be followed by Abel Nieves and Dennis Phipps, the 9-1-2 hitters. Pitch, Metzger is going to take for a strike 0-1. Metzger with a walk today and is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Lemurs, well, if there's one thing they could have back from today, it's that stolen base attempt by Norris. As right after Norris tried to steal third base, Pulford doubled to right center. Pitch down and away, 1-1. And you really hope that doesn't come back to haunt them, but right now they trail 3-2, and that was last inning. Could have been the 3rd run of the inning, could have tied the game. And it looks like it's starting to rain. Very light rain. Pitch taken up high. Doesn't really matter. It'd have to really, really rain in order for them to call it at this point in the bottom of the 9th inning of a 1-run game. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Metzger. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul territory, out of play. Count 2-2. Lemurs with 10 hits tonight. AirHogs with 7, but Laredo's committed 2 errors, and that's the other thing that has hurt the AirHogs tonight. One of those errors allowed a run to score. Which is the difference in the game right now. 1 run, pitch up and away. Change up, and the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Metzger. So the tying run is represented by the batter at the moment. 3-2 the count. Metzger, though, just one home run this season. That was with Gary. Oaks from the stretch. And the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. There's strike three. Metzger strikes out for the third time tonight. And that'll bring the top of the order to the plate. Abel Nieves. Oaks, the right-hander this season against the Lemurs, has pitched in 5 games, is 0-1 with an ERA of 9. 4 innings pitched. Pitch taken low. 4 runs all earned allowed on 6 hits and 3 walks. Also has 5 strikeouts coming into the night. 1 homer, 2 doubles. 1-0 the count to Nieves as the first pitch missed low. Nieves today takes a strike there, is 1 for 3. He's walked, singled, struck out twice. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Oaks peering in. Again coming set. The pitch, Nieves takes high. I was informed. Warren, what'd you say the Winnipeg score was going on over there? Winnipeg took a lead over St. Paul in game 2?
They were leading. They are leading in the bottom of the 4th inning, 3-1. They were leading throughout the second game. Now it's 5-1 in the top of the 5th.
2-1 pitch. Nieves swings, grounds one towards the hole. Left side, it's through. And you can see it rolling in the outfield, trickling up a trail of water. So that outfield grass is wet there, or wet out there, as the ball creating a wake of sorts on its path. So now the tying run aboard at first base for the Lemurs. Won't be having any pinch runners, I wouldn't think, at this point, because, well, we only have pitchers left to pinch run. And if we were to just tie it, we'd go to extras, and that pitcher would have to play the field somewhere. Dennis Phipps at the plate, first pitch. He's going to take low. Phipps today has 2 hits. He's also grounded into 2 double plays. 2 for 4. Both hits singles. 1-0 the count to Oaks. Phipps represents the winning run. There at the plate, tying run at first base. Oaks went back, cleaned off his cleats, grabbed some rosin. Now he's ready to go. 1-0 pitch. Phipps taking the off-speed stuff for a strike, and the count 1-1. On deck is Ty Morrison. Get a couple of hits here, string together maybe a single by Phipps. Morrison could get one into left field, or right field, down the line maybe. There's a swing and a high fly ball in the air to deep left field. This could be out of here. At the wall is Akins, and he's watching it go over his head. A walk-off home run, 2-run shot by Dennis Phipps. And the Lemurs have won this game 4-3 over the AirHogs in walk-off fashion. Touch 'em all, Dennis Phipps. Lemurs mob him at the plate. He takes the helmet off, shoots it like a basketball towards home plate, and they dumping buckets on him. Walk-off bomb by Phipps. 2-run shot, and he is pumped up. Everyone forming a line, hugging him, slapping him, high-fiving him. What a win for the Lemurs in a game that's really, almost every game is must-win right now for Laredo. And they come up big on a night when looks like Winnipeg's going to win 2 games in one night. Lemurs get a big home run from their big hitter tonight and win 4-3 over the AirHogs. We'll be back with a post-game recap here in a moment. Lemurs win 4-3 in exciting walk-off home run fashion.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com. South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's
Dennis Phipps, ever the elusive interview on field, refused to be interviewed down there. He just hit a walk-off home run. But Warren's given up. He was going to go for Phipps. Phipps said no, and it's hustling to the dugout. But it's okay. We tried. Phipps heading to dugout to the clubhouse to celebrate. Lemurs win 4-3 here. They get 2 runs in the 8th, 2 runs in the 9th. Take a look at how this game unfolded. Jose Navarre got the start for Laredo. Navarre gave up a leadoff home run to Juan Sanchez to open the game, and the AirHogs led from that point until the last batter of the game. Solo home run was 1-0. Navarre settled in as he didn't allow another run, just 1 hit over the next, or 2 hits. Morales would single right after Sanchez, but after those first 2 batters, he allowed just 1 hit through the next 3 innings until the 5th inning. Got started off a little bit. Well, 5th inning got started off smoothly. First 2 batters he struck out, but then gave up a single and a double single to Kenny's People's Walls, double by Juan Sanchez. Corey Morales would reach on an error. Michael Hurwitz single, and all of a sudden 2 runs had scored, and it was 3-0. Lemurs, for their part, well, they couldn't really do much of anything against Cody Hebner. Hebner threw 3 1/3, but left after an apparent injury in that 4th inning. Insert Tyler Eyrig. Eyrig pitched well for the AirHogs as the Lemurs couldn't really do anything against Eyrig, which really that's the first time all year they haven't done anything against Eyrig. He threw 2 2/3, gave up just 4 hits and no runs. And it was 3-0 after 5, all the way until the 8th inning. The Lemurs started off the 8th with a single by Ty Morrison. Burt Reynolds would strike out. Then a single by Zane Chavez would put 2 men on for the Lemurs. Then Jesus Poso would come up with a big double to the wall out in left center, driving in both runners. Poso would be pinch run for by Norris. Norris would be caught stealing third base during J.D. Pulfer's at bat. Pulfer, though, a couple pitches after Norris was caught stealing third, would hit one into right center for a double, which could have tied the game had Norris still been at second base. But too late for the Lemurs at that point, and they ended up stranding Pulfer at second base, trailing 3-2 going to the 9th. De La Cruz came out through a 3-up, 3-down 9th inning of work, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Lemurs trailing by 1, by a score of 3-2. They've trailed ever since the first inning when it was 1-0, ended up being 3-0, then 3-2, and that's where we were going into the 9th inning. Brennan Metzger would lead off the inning. He would draw a full count, but then strike out for the first out of the inning. But on a 2-1 pitch, Abel Nieves, the very next batter, would single through the left side of the infield. This is against closer Alan Oakes. Oakes going for the 6th save of the year. Has struggled this year against the Lemurs, and well, that continued as Dennis Phipps on a 1-1 pitch after Oakes had gone behind the mound, grabbed some rosin, cleaned off his cleats. Could tell a little, I don't know if nervous is the right word, but maybe apprehensive out there on the mound, and now it's starting to rain harder. Grounds crew getting the tarp out on the field as Phipps ended up bringing the rain there as he powered one over the left field wall, a moonshot, a towering home run. He just got a lot under it, and it just kept carrying. Akins stood at the base of the wall and watched it go over. I thought he might have a chance to make a play on it. I couldn't tell if it was getting out or not. It landed up on the berm, though, about 10-15 feet past the wall, and that was a 2-run walk-off home run for the Lemurs there in the bottom of the 9th, and the Lemurs walk away with another win here against the AirHogs. And as hard as it was, the AirHogs leading literally the entire game until the bottom of the 9th, you had to know just what the Lemurs have done against against Texas this season. They've come back time and time again in the late innings, forcing extras, getting big ninth innings, big eighth innings, taking leads or extending leads even further. It's all been in the late innings, and they've came into the game 13-1 against the AirHogs this season, making it now 14-1 against Texas. So you had to think at some point the hits, the runs, they were coming, and they did. Phipps with a big 2-run shot. He ends up the game going 3 for 5 tonight with a 2-run shot there in the ninth. So Lemurs victorious tonight, and we'll take a look at that box score. Final box, you have Cody Hebner getting the start for the AirHogs. Went 3 1/3, struck out 6 batters. A lot of strikeouts for the AirHogs pitchers tonight, 13 in total. He struck out 6, walked 2, gave up 2 hits, but no runs. Tyler Eyrig, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, no runs, no walks. Tyler Mosick came on the pitch. Mosick went 2 innings, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, those coming in the 8th. Also walked 2 and struck out 2. Alan Oaks, a third of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 strikeout for Oaks tonight, and he gets the loss for the AirHogs. For the Lemurs this evening, Jose Navarre, 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, and 9 strikeouts for Navarre tonight. Manny Martinez, 2 1/3 pitched. He had 3 strikeouts for the Lemurs in his shutout hitless work for Laredo. Harold Guerrero, an inning pitched. He gave up just 1 hit. Didn't have any walks or strikeouts. Shutout inning for him. And Luis de la Cruz is 3 up, 3 down, 9th, including a strikeout there for the Lemurs. The win will go to de la Cruz tonight. He picks up another win on the year, and for him, that'll be his second, now 2-1 on the season. And Oaks with the loss, as he will now drop to 2-4 on the year overall. Take a final look at the scoreboard around the American Association. Final in the first game in Winnipeg, the Gold Eyes won 11-9 in extra innings against St. Paul. They had a walk-off 2-run home run in the 10th. So similar result here, walk-off 2-run shot in the 9th for the Lemurs. You had a final in Gary, the Gary South Shore Railcats getting shut out 6-0 by Sioux Falls, as Gary continues to just plummet there in the Central Division rankings. Wichita Wingnuts 3-0 winners over Kansas City. At home, they had a doubleheader tonight, but Kansas City got the better of them in Game 2. The T-Bones winning 6-3. So 2 3-run ball games there, but they split Wichita and Kansas City due, so the Lemurs do gain some ground on the Wingnuts today. Sioux City 1-0 winners over Fargo, and another doubleheader in Gary as well. 5-1 final score there in Gary. They won Game 2 over Sioux Falls. As we've been talking about tonight, 9 games in the American Association tonight due to rainouts and makeups from previous rainouts earlier in the year, as there were 3 doubleheaders this evening. Only 1 game here, though, as we managed to avoid the rain. Lemurs winning by a score of 4-3. And 1 more game still going on right now. They are in the bottom of the 5th in Winnipeg. Gold Eyes still leading 5-1 over the St. Paul Saints. Tomorrow's ball game, final series finale. Lemurs with the win tonight win the series, and tomorrow go for the sweep of the AirHogs. Ryan Beckman going for the Lemurs tomorrow against left-hander David Russo for the Texas AirHogs. So Beckman, the Lemurs opening day starter. He's been their ace, one of the top pitchers in the league this season. Right now sitting at 3rd in the league in ERA, as he is 6-6 with a 2.62 earned run average, just barely below Jose Alamarante of Fargo in the ERA race. As far as ERA goes for David Russo, he is 2-4 this year. He's making just his 3rd start of the season. He's made 29 bullpen appearances, though, and has a 3.61 ERA. So tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch here, Game 3, the series finale. Lemurs going for the sweep. Tune in then, and the Lemurs chase the playoffs here in Laredo. I'm James Nasser for my partner Warren Shore. Good night, everybody, and have a great evening.